I am now live. Hello, chat. Wait, Bavarian, are you saying hi to your chat or what?
No, I let you say hi to my chat. They're gonna,
Oh,
you know.
to say how my audio is. Right. Hi, chat. Welcome in, everyone. We're
How loud
playing
is she? Can you hear?
Victooooooria. Yeah, my audible and my inaudible. What's going on here?
I'm getting a lot of hellos back, so I'm pretty sure they can hear you at the very least. You know, that's
Okay.
a positive.
Well, that's good at least. That's good. That's good to hear. That's something. I've been so enjoying having a audio interface that works. It's so nice to actually have it function. Would recommend the Roland Bridgecast 1, not sponsored, if anyone needs an audio interface, because I hate the Go XLR. It was so annoying to get to work.
See,
Well,
I need a new one, but also I absolutely... Sound is the worst part about doing YouTube. Like when you have to configure it for
really
videos and for
is.
streams, I hate it so much.
Sound is like a horse, I think. It's like you have to like tame it. You have to, you know, be like, no, don't worry, I understand you. Like pet it on the mane. It's like so much work. I hate it.
See, that is really fitting because I personally, I fear horses. They're one of the animals where I'm like, honestly, I don't ever want to be near one because if they, I don't know, they just randomly kick people, and if they kick you, then it's over. Like that's it. And I'm like, nah, I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Okay, well, so there's this game that just came out. Well, it was out for a while in Japan, but it just came out in the West and for like the global release. It's called Uma Musume Pretty Derby. I don't know if you've seen it on like Twitter or whatever, but
it's
a game. It's a horse game. It's a horse game, but the horses are girls. They're cute girls. And I think actually you might like it because it's a numbers game. It's all about like odds and stats and stuff. So I think you would like it, but it's it's the horse game. Not again, not the horses. Yeah, you guys can't escape the horses. The horses are here forever.
Is it like is it like a football manager game, or is it like?
Yeah, it's kind of like a football manager game, honestly. Like you have
tempting.
Basically you have different training you can do between races, and it's sort of like a roguelite as well, in that you have like you do like a career. You'll run all the races you can, and then sort of, you know, the better you do, the better like your next run will be because you get like stats and stuff. Oh, that's another thing. You get this, so they can't have like horse breeding in the game because all of the horses are horse girls, and also they're real horses, like based on real Japanese racehorses. And I don't think they would be happy about that, the owners, if they did that. So they have this weird system of legacies where it's like, yeah, you're inspired by the might of this past horse, and it makes you really strong. And it's like, okay, so you're just doing horse breeding without the horse breeding. Cool.
What the hell, Yante? This is Victooooooria 3, folks. They're adding horses. You heard it here first. You're gonna be.
Yeah, where's the horses? Where's the horse racing in Vicky 3?
we're gonna have horse racing in Victooooria 3 apparently. You can bet on it. I'm not getting anybody pointing out that you sound like too quiet or too loud, so we're gonna just leave it right there.
That's good. We'll assume it's fine then. I don't have any good states, I'm noticing.
I think you have like no perfect state, you know, with all the resources, but you have
yeah. I have some okay ones.
The southern ones are good.
Like oh yeah. No, the southern ones seem good. I think I might try and build up in. Oh, there's no wood there.
They got the Nagasaki Bay as well, and the Seto Inland Sea. So like everything in the south is nice because it gets trade capacity and mappy, so market access price impact as well.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Nice.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think I'll probably build around here then.
What are we doing today? What's going on here today? What's happening?
What are we doing today? We're trying to, I think, avoid being economically dominated by Europe. That's sort of the goal, because I think that did sort of happen to both of our countries.
Whoa.
It didn't go too well.
Didn't know about this. You're telling me now for the first time. Colonies?
Yeah. There was this thing, it was called colonization. It was pretty rough, but I think the goal is to sort of band together and try and avoid that. And maybe also, like, you know, take over some land. And I'm also trying to just learn the game a little bit more and, like, get better at smaller nations. Like, I've mainly played sort of big nations like Brazil and the US, so I'm trying to sort of learn how to do this kind of area.
Japan's a pretty big country.
Yeah, I guess, but it has a bit of a rough start from what I've seen so far. Well, let's see.
So I'm gonna be Vietnam. She is Japan. She's a high skill, high octane player. Oh yeah, I would like to propose just a basic rule. How about we just put it on speed 3 and just keep it running? It's slow enough. We should be able to get things done.
That's probably a good idea. Nothing happens in this game. Let's be real.
That's exactly right.
All right, I will do some taxes and stuff. Services. Oh, I do have a nice bit of authority, so that's cool. Yay!
Authority is really nice, honestly. In the latest patches, with what you can do with it, it's I think they found like a good resource there. Where do you fall, by the way? Because authority, right? So it's a capacity, and you can use it in a variety of ways. Is that mana? Is that not mana?
Yeah, that's a mana. See, the thing is, I think a lot of things are mana, and I think a lot of things that are mana are not bad.
Huh.
I'm pro mana. I think actually it's a good abstraction sometimes.
I see we have an Imperator Rome 1.0 fan in the voice call today.
Yeah, I love Imperator Rome. That's my shit. Yeah, no, I just think it's mana is a dirty word. People are afraid of mana because it's like, ooh, you know, it's not historical. It's not like real. But it's like I don't think any of this is really real. I think it's a video game. I think it should be fun, and also I think that there wasn't like an immortal spirit of the concept of the nation of Japan who guided the development of the country through like 100 years. I don't think that happened.
I disagree. I think that definitely happened. I was there. I should know.
he was there, guys. He saw it. So you saw the mana too. You saw when they did the bird magic.
Yeah, big time. And then, the king was like, I need to spend 200 bird mana so that I can get ahead in naval tech, and then I can invade Korea. And I was like, that's a good idea. That dude knows the meta. He understands.
Yeah. No, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with it. I think if it's a necessary abstraction, it's fine. And I would rather not have like a system, like, I don't know. There are certain Paradox games where it's like we're not doing mana. We're only doing other resources. You know, we're only doing non-abstractions, and it's like that's great. Unfortunately, this game is now very difficult and unintuitive because I don't have any buttons to press. I just have buttons that press buttons that press buttons.
I don't know. You say this, but that's the way I would describe EU4. You know. EU4 is like, hey, you get like a ton of bonuses if you can find the button. Now, whether you can find it, you know, that's a different question.
Riddles 3, and you shall find buttons. And then let's see. Oh yeah, I have no tools. That sucks. I have to import them all from China for some reason. For lead.
Oh, are you? Oh, you got a treaty. Oh, right.
Yeah, I have the. It's also so funny. I love the early treaties because it's like, you don't want this treaty. This treaty sucks for both of us. Neither of us want this. Why do we have this?
I still think the funniest treaty... Oh, actually, you know what? Actually, I need to verify this. Oh my god, there is now... What did they name it? Declaration of Pretoria. They didn't even give it a funny name. They added the anti-cheese treaties now to keep Transvaal and Oranje safe.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. That's so funny. Let's see, where is it?
They should have at least named it Anti-Cheese Treaty, honestly. Be honest, don't worry about it. We can take it.
Yeah. Wait, where is it? Is it Britain?
It's yeah, Britain has them with Transvaal and Oranje.
I see it.
The Boers.
The Grimsby Agreement. That's funny. And then I think they also give Gaza like an actual army so they don't just get immediately like destroyed.
Doodle says they didn't name it anti-cheese agreement because they would have to translate it into the other languages too. Be honest, Doodles, did you do this? Did you do those treaties? Was it you?
The anti-cheese treaty.
Another really good one, but this one is historical, is the Persia-Oman treaty, where it's like, I'm gonna give you $100.
Yeah, no, that one's kind of funny. I love that one. It's so annoying though, because I've been doing Persia games, and it's just like, okay, so everything sucks now, forever, because if I leave this treaty, then I just am like a pariah forever.
Yeah, well.
Or it could wait till literally the end of the game.
I actually honestly forget about Persia. I think Oman is one of the coolest nations, if only for the fact that they do that split when the Sultan dies.
Yeah. No, that's such a cool mechanic.
I
I'm
want
so
so
happy
much
that
more
that's in the
content for that,
game.
you know that? I think Oman is... It has to be one of the coolest nations out there, just because you can do some stuff.
I bring this up every time I play Victooooria, but I have this sort of, like, hypothetical Africa update, like, in mind that I keep workshopping, and I keep, whenever, like, Vic3 devs or someone comes in my chat, I'm like, hey, so, Africa, get this. I think there should be more there. And I'm really trying to push my like hypothetical Africa update because I think it'd be really cool. But I think there's a lot there. I think even if you just cut out like North Africa, because that's very much more Mediterranean facing.
Yeah.
The colonialism there is a lot different. Like Egypt, Egypt stuff is more Middle Eastern. The Northwest Africa stuff is more like, related to France anyway. But like sub-Saharan Africa, I think.
Yeah.
There's so much there, and I so wish that there was more of it. Like even just like one of my big annoyances is I hate the way that colonialism looks in Africa. It's just, why are the borders like that? Why are they like that?
I mean,
there needs to be some more like method.
I think everything about colonization needs to be ripped out of the game and changed.
It's
none of it is so I totally agree, and even like with the update for sub-Saharan Africa in general, right? Let me ask you this, because I think this is the difficult question. When I think about CK3, I look at that game and I go, I have some regions and some topics that I really care for, and I wish that they, got a DLC and an update soon, right? I have clear priorities, and I go, I don't care about this region, don't really need anything there. In Victooooria 3, I feel the opposite way. Any DLC for any region that they could make, I would say, hell yeah, brother. Like, give me that, because that sounds amazing. What is your region where you go, you want the least content because you care about all the other stuff in the world the most? That's a difficult question for me.
Honestly, I think with just the way that this game works, because there's like an actual global scene, like you're not in every other, if you play like EU4, you could, play even a colonizing country, you would never need to interact with like Egypt content or like, Australian native content. And those are areas that were in the British Empire, but you just have no interaction with it at all. But in Victooria, there's such like a globalness to it. You can really, it really matters what other countries are doing and like how they're interacting, and like, the historical events that are missing feel very like it feels very weird that, say, just for example, the fact that there's no like Tipu Sultan in Eastern Congo is so crazy to me. It's like, why is anyone doing colonization if they're not justifying it with that? Like, what are we talking about? It's just so, it's nothing at that point. It just feels like they're not doing anything with it. But like, I do feel like basically anywhere, if they added stuff anywhere, I would be happy. I have a couple regions that I've like prioritized, not even because I necessarily want to play as a country there, but just because I think they would add the most to sort of the general game.
The feeling,
Yeah, and I think the areas that I think need the most like love right now, I think Northern Europe, Germany, I think that really needs more, just because like, the time between, Napoleon to World War II, basically.
That's a really tough one. That's a really, I don't disagree, but it's like one of those things where you kind of just, if you go to Mexico, I don't think you need to do too much like mechanically. You just write like events and journals, and that's fine. But the whole German Confederation thing, the Scandinavian nationalism, it's like, man, they need to rework everything about unification of nations.
No, this whole area basically needs to be redone. And because there's so much there.
Okay, I'm gonna pitch something to you. Okay, I think Australia and New Zealand lowest priority. Nobody cares. Nobody needs them.
I think, unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes. Not because I don't think there's so much interesting history there. It's just, I think in terms of like what will affect the rest of the game the most, I think that probably is the least important region. Just because like Australia doesn't become a major player until like ever. Like, there are
never.
25 million people live in Australia. That is less than North Korea.
They have a crazy rate, though. I'm gonna tell you that. Like, my wife is Australian, so I kind of like am clued into this. It's like it's actually insane how quick that country is growing. For like, they are gonna be important, but you're right. Oh, wow. We're a bit outside of the the era of this game.
No, it's like, and even still, even if it's like I want to build my Australian superpower, it's like, who do they actually interact with? They interact with.
Time to invade Indonesia.
Yeah, maybe they'll invade Indonesia. Maybe they'll, have stuff with Britain, But they're isolated, and so I don't think they're very relevant to the sort of core gameplay experience. Meanwhile, like, what's right in the middle of the map? Africa. And it's this glaring, hole in the game's content. And they've done a bunch of stuff around it as well, right? Like, they did France, they did, Brazil and South America, they did... Central Asia and India, and it's like, come on guys, we're dancing around. And then the next ones too, they're doing the Balkans, they're doing Spain. It's like, come on, we're dancing around Africa, but can we do something with Africa?
See, I'm just saying, so they are doing boats, hopefully. They keep speaking about it, and then we never get boats. Boats should be playing that could, come together as a package, if you ask me. We're looking at boats and Africa.
So. I think so. No, wow. I think that might be the case. But I think honestly, like right now, I don't think playing in Africa is fun. You've just created like a waiting game, and then you get quinine, and then it's all filled in, and it's like, yay! I don't care.
Let me go to speed 4, by the way. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Go ahead. I don't want to. Basically, my fear isn't that anything too important happens. I'm Vietnam. I'm gonna declare a couple of wars, but that's about it, right? I'm worried about the crashes. I've been.
Oh, yeah. God, yeah. I get what you mean. I
don't know whether you do this, but I actually started doing that thing now where when I start this game or CK3, because they both do it on Windows 11, I launched the Windows Task Manager. They recommended doing that now in the forums as well. And I take away cores so that the game, if it wants to crash, it can only crash itself rather than my entire computer.
That's really funny.
It's been a tough couple of months here.
I've gotten an event. Oh my god, my generals, they have syphilis. Why are you like this, man?
Somebody was asking, this is unrelated, somebody was just asking, next CK3 episode. There's one going live that's already live for members that is going to come live later today. And then there's going to be tomorrow's episode out for members already tonight as well. We got two coming now. Yeah, man, honestly, sorry. Please go on.
This game it's a beautiful thing. I think honestly, I blame Windows 11 more than anything.
No, I mean,
I think Windows 11 sucks.
I could crash out because I didn't need to update. I clicked that button. I was like, yeah, bring me from Windows 10 to Windows 11, right? And then for the last 5 months, I really wish it wasn't that long. My games, the 2 games that I play on this channel have been crashing non-stop.
CK3 and Victory.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's over. Yeah. No, well. I hate Windows 11. I had to get a new computer because I got liquid metal in the motherboard of my old computer. It had a laptop. It was a gaming laptop, and I thought it was thermal paste, and I was like, let me replace the thermal paste because it's running really hot and it's not working very well. And then, oh, foolish me. So I had to buy a whole new computer, and it came with Windows 11, and I was like, surely this won't be that bad, Like, how bad could it be? Pretty bad. Pretty damn bad.
My chat is gaslighting me right now. And this happens every patch. They're like, you know what, actually, and so we are playing 1.9.7, just FYI, folks, but whenever an update comes out, they're like, yo, this fix crashes for me. And then I launch it, and it doesn't fix the crashes. And they just like, listen, okay, I love all of you, but now let me tell you though. Let me tell you what the worst part of Windows 11 is, okay? And I'm gonna do a poll on the channel for this, okay? This is important, folks. I need some real opinions here. Windows 11 broke something that was dear and near to my heart, and that is having the taskbar on top of the screen. That is where it belongs. Ergonomically, it's amazing. And they made it impossible.
On top of the screen? Like at the top?
Yeah, put it at the top. I've done that for like a decade. Yeah, big time.
You have your taskbar at the top of your screen.
I had it there until you can actually see this in like a variety of, like where I record the desktop on in videos. I can't do it anymore. They broke it because they were like, sorry, One Proud Bavarian, you can't enjoy your computer. You know what? Why don't you?
Fuck you in particular. That's crazy. What the hell?
I'm seeing 12% top bar users.
they made that not work, or the fact that you do that. Like, that's bizarre.
Oh, I forgot to interact with Cambodia. You know that they don't like me. I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah, might want to do something about that. Yeah, but no, it's like I hate Windows 11. I hate that there's ads in the search. That's like horrible. I think you should be able to turn off ads everywhere forever. I think you should be able to like opt out of being advertised to.
I can speak to this because I've been thinking about ads very often lately. By the way, 90%, this is true, don't check my channel, 90% of people are saying they have the taskbar up top. John Microsoft, Bill Gates, if you're watching this, and I know you are, okay, put it back in. We need this. Everybody on this server, on this channel agrees. I've been watching ads lately because I disabled my ad blocker. Listen, I would never use ad blocker, okay? I've been
watching a lot of ads recently.
I have been watching ads recently, and I'm gonna tell you, there are some unhinged ads out there, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I have been, and I'm completely like, I don't know whether YouTubers are allowed to talk about this, but given the fact that you're watching horse races, I'm sure you can talk about it. I've been getting an unhinged amount of gambling ads. And then I had to Google this, and I learned they just made that legal in Germany. And I was like, cool.
That makes sense.
I immediately don't want to have ads anymore.
I hate it. No, I hate it so much. It's actually just like, it's one of the worst cancers upon civilization, and I do not say that lightly.
She said, financing herself. I'm being the guy in the well right now.
Yeah.
Yet you enjoy the benefits of ad revenue.
And it's so stupid though, because it's like I feel like 90% of ads just go straight into like, a black hole, because people skip through them, they ignore them. It's like, okay, what are the 10% of ads even for? They're like, Raytheon ads in DC or something. Like, come on. We can get rid of, like, I get... Okay, actually, the one kind of ad that I really do like. I do like one kind of ad, and that's Tumblr ads. On Tumblr.
What? Oh, on Tumblr, okay.
So nobody... I use Tumblr a lot. I'm a bona
in the
fide
year
Tumblr
2025.
Over 10 years Tumblr user, yeah. No, I love Tumblr.
Jesus.
But, so here's the thing. Nobody uses Tumblr anymore. I hate to break this to you. And so because of that, nobody advertises there anymore.
Very surprised, yeah.
So the people that do advertise there advertise like the weirdest shit ever. And it's like, what the hell? Why are you advertising this? What is the product here? Like, and also anyone can advertise on Tumblr. Like, people just fucking advertise their blog posts. But so like, here, let me get my ads. That I have a saved folder of Tumblr ads, because they're just sort of beautiful, and I think they need to be preserved. Where are they? Where are they? Oh, I got, so this one it's a picture of a rather muscular man from behind wearing a Speedo with like a rainbow across it. And the text is, discover the surprising silver lining of what happens when fan libidos and bank accounts align in this hot take on the gaming industry.
What the hell is Tumblr talking about?
And I don't know what that ad is for, but I think that's beautiful. Like, okay, cool, great. I got another one that was, gain advanced knowledge and skills as a battalion chief in 5 days. Register now. And there's a guy in a suit with like a fire hose.
The hell?
It's like, okay,
is he
what if
talking
maybe
about?
I want to be a firefighter? Who knows?
Sorry, let me interrupt you. Big shoutouts to YNKES fan. Maybe that's a game or something. $5. Thank you. I know the stream title says East Asia, but have you considered East Africa? I hear Hara is fun, even with Tewedros taking an arrow to the knee. I don't know whether you knew this, but the massive, powerful general that can be your king if you play in Ethiopia has been completely decimated. I was playing that actually in a different multiplayer game just the other, like a couple of weeks I think back. And that dude was so powerful, always was since 1.0. And now they nerfed him just this patch. Listen, I love playing in East Africa. I think East Africa already has some really interesting stuff. Ethiopia, you can just blob. You got the Casimids, right? The Casimid state is really populated for this particular region, so you can blob into all the tiny guys like Kathiri and Lahe. And then Oman. I love Oman. Oman is one of my favorite nations out there, I think, in Victoria 3, just because of how quirky it is that you have an incentive to become a republic.
Why are they not a body? Literally, why are they not a body? That pisses me off so much. Like, if you look at their religions, they are listed as Shiite.
Now I actually have a real question. Do we have a body in this game?
No, there's no body.
All right, well, there it goes.
I don't know why they did that. Like, what?
It's too complex.
Where are they?
It's too complex.
We have like 5 different kinds of Christians. Can we not have a body? Come on, guys, please.
YNKES fan, by the way. Thank you for becoming a courtier. Welcome to the Council of Bavaria. Make sure to vote.
Is frozen. I'm on Tumblr. That's why it's frozen.
Let me tell you, by the way. Let me tell you about ads. Okay, here are the good ads that I got. I don't get many good ads, but I got 2 good ads. I got one for Lidl and I got one for Aldi Süd. So, you know, for Southern Aldi. I was like, yeah, okay, you gotta fight over me. I agree. You gotta show me what discounts you. I mean, you know, I got all of these stores very close. Germany is a country of many supermarkets and different chains, and I'm like, yeah, they know what is true. I got big grocery spending money, and where I'm gonna spend it, I don't know. I could bankrupt Aldi if I don't go there anymore. You know, it's a tough issue.
Exactly. You're their key demographic. They want you. This goes deep into the lore, okay, of my personal life, but Aldi Süd, and I can only say, if you have Aldi Süd wherever you are, you have to go get it. They have something called flabada. It's kebab bread mixed with ciabatta, and it's so good. This is the best that you can purchase if you want to buy bread. I have only been eating that recently instead of, like, you know, bread rolls, standard German stuff. It's so good. And the Northerners can't have it because Aldi Nord doesn't have it. So, unlucky. Unlucky, buddy. RIP to them, I guess. Let's see. Do I have Aldi? I do not. I have no Aldi nearby, unfortunately.
Nice.
And I don't know if it's Aldi Süd or Aldi Nord.
Yeah, they like, I think they're talking about now, like, getting back together, right? Or they have been talking about it for like a decade.
The band is getting back together.
I mean, I think I'm right. They only separated because they didn't agree on whether cigarettes should be sold at the registry. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
I'm so excited for the national holiday that will be Tag der Aldi Einheit. Soon.
They actually separated countries, you know that? They were like, okay, you are gonna be in this one, I'm not gonna go there. This is your country.
Yeah, no, I've seen the maps. There's some really funny like outliers though, like Aldi map.
Classic Aldi map.
Yeah, like the UK is Aldi Süd, but like Spain is Aldi Nord. Why? Like what? And then internationally, like China, Australia, US are all Aldi Süd. So that's interesting. So maybe it is Aldi Süd, the ones in the US. I'll have to
are they, go. Okay, this is a real question. Are they allowed to sit in the Aldi in the US?
I don't know, honestly. I've never been to an Aldi.
I can announce, by the way, that 95% of people in my chat said the taskbar goes to the top. So I'm not alone in this. I really am not. The vote is ended. It's done.
Damn.
It's true.
Well, the statistics show it.
Yeah, yeah.
The statistics show it definitively. But, oh well, that's a shame. I'm gonna have to move my taskbar now.
You can't if you're on Windows 11. That's the problem.
In the US, Aldi is Aldi Süd, and Trader Joe's is Aldi Nord?
Oh,
what?
I see.
Is Trader Joe's just a front for Aldi?
Hell yeah.
What? Hold on, this is insane. Actually, I think... what was I in? I went to one, like, German convenience store when I was there. Oh, it was Edeka, I think.
Oh yeah, Edeka is nice.
Yeah, I went there. I had a funny experience there. I was in Wannsee. I was going to Potsdam, but I made a quick stop in Wannsee to go to the Fraueninsel, and while I was there, I was like, I need to get a potato for sans souci, one potato, and I couldn't find them. So I went up to somebody at the store and I was like, excuse me, are there potatoes? I didn't ask, do you have potatoes? I asked, are there potatoes? And they said, yes, over there. So I went and I got one potato and I put it on the conveyor belt and I let it like roll all the way. And then he weighed my one potato and I paid like a couple of cents. Oh joy, what is this? What is this?
It's good treaty.
I'm not so sure about that. I don't think I need that, unfortunately.
Wow. Diplomatic relationships are breaking down.
Yeah, unfortunately. So I went into this Edeka though, and I said, do potatoes exist? Bought one for like 28 euro cents or something, and then bought it and then left. But when I went there, I definitely made the right choice because King Frederick the Great's grave had all the potatoes on it. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
The German shopping experience, you know, it's special. You
How the Nord bought Trader Joe's in the 70s? Okay, my chat has blown my mind. That's so fucked up.
I don't know whether that's the right term, but you know.
That's fucked up. I thought they were just like a nice little company. I was buying my weird little cheese doodles. That's evil. That's evil. Trader Joe's is pretty good though, I will say. I will say. I don't know if you've ever been to a Trader Joe's, but they have all this weird like indie looking stuff that very much isn't. But oh, in like Canada they don't have Trader Joe's. They have Pirate Joe's.
What?
Which is a guy that goes south of the border and then buys Trader Joe's and then goes back north and sells it, and they like sued him and they were like, you gotta stop doing that. And he was like, no I don't. And then the courts were like, yeah, actually they don't operate there, that's fine, you can run your little Pirate Joe's shop. We're cool with it. And it was like, oh okay, yay, I love that. That's rad. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, why didn't Trader Joe's tell us they were German? That's no Trader Joe's. That's what? Verkaufe Johann?
Classic. Good meme. Good meme.
Good meme. Good meme. I need tools, I think. That's my problem right now. I get 20 every now and then from China, but they keep...
Yeah, tell me what you're doing. Let's analyze. Okay, let's get into the weeds here. What's happening in Lady Saffron, Japan?
Right now, I built a couple of construction things. I think let me lower my taxes now that my taxes are pretty low.
You built them
in
Chugoku?
Yep, in Chugoku.
Yeah, good place.
And then I built some wood, and then I built some. Now I'm building some tooling workshops because that's sort of what I have a massive shortage of.
Are you positive on bureaucracy?
Slightly. Ever so slightly, but not very.
Can you hover over your money capacity? Your money treasury, whatever. How much do you have in unrealized taxes?
Let's see. Ooh, 58k. So yeah, quite a lot.
So basically, the idea is with how administrative buildings work right now, it's more often than not either it's a wash or it's like a slight loss in income. But when you employ people in government buildings, right, so you get rid of the unrealized taxes penalty, but you also start employing people that otherwise would just be peasants. So they will be able to like buy more stuff. So that is a pretty easy way to do it just because they made government administration so much cheaper. They're very, very quick to build. It's only 100 now. It used to be, I think, 400. It was 400 proper, right? So they made that a little bit easier there.
Okay, though. I'll build and... Okay. Oh my god, I have so much unrealized. Jesus Christ. Let me build some in, I guess, Kansai, because I don't have any... Like, I kind of desperately need those there. Yeah, let me do that. Jeez,
what have you been...
stockpiling gold.
What have you been reading lately? Today I was reading a paper on identity in medieval Spain, like medieval Iberia, and how the Muwaladun, you know, kind of formed. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff right there.
No, that sounds pretty cool. I've been reading a lot of fiction, actually, because I had, you know, I had to do all this, like, academia stuff for so long.
Fan fiction?
Basically... No, fiction.
Oh, okay.
Though a little fan fiction as well. I am an unabashed AO3 girly.
I learned about AO3 maybe like 2 years ago. People just kept saying AO3 and I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Turns out there's a lot of them.
Confederacy. Early Civil War.
Very early. Oh, I know why.
Yeah.
This is okay. Doodles fix this. I swear to God. I think you know, okay, here's how I report bugs, by the way, okay? I don't make bug reports because it's too much. Yeah, I literally just sent Doodles. This annoyed me today. Please, I beg you. You know, you were playing the US actually, so you kind of know this, I guess. The AI doesn't know that it needs to have army balance, right? So you need to, you're gonna agitate the slavery movement a lot if you don't have enough barracks in their state. And so they rebel very early. It's very common. Who is this?
Yeah.
John Calhoun? Tell me about John Calhoun. Was he evil? Was he like, what kind of guy was he?
I mean, he was, you know, he was a Southern Democrat. That I know, but he was, I think, vice president. I don't remember for who though. Let me look him up. I always forget. I always get him and Coolidge confused though.
See, like, none of these names. Isn't Coolidge like like later?
Yes, way later.
I learned about Zachary Taylor only through the Victooooooria series.
Oh.
There's a lot of people that I don't know about in the US.
You've got to look up, though, pictures of John C. Calhoun, because the in-game thing does not
Oh, was Calhoun the guy with the cane?
No, that was a different guy.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
You're thinking of Charles Sumner.
I believe you. Local police force, that's the law that I don't want, brother. Come on.
You gotta see, though, what John C. Calhoun looked like, because he looked kind of terrifying. There. I sent you a picture.
Take again, though.
He looks so awake.
Jesus. He just looks like... He looks like more evil Andrew Jackson.
No, literally. All of the pictures of him are just like evil looking guys. Wasn't Andrew Jackson a cane guy? Yes, Andrew Jackson was a cane guy.
Did they all just beat each other with canes over there? Jesus.
Pretty much. Actually, he famously beat an assassin almost to death. Or a would-be assassin almost to death with a cane. Oh yeah, Daniel Webster's always president. What's up with that? Where's my fucking President Martin Van Buren?
Who the hell is Daniel Webster, man?
He's a real guy. He's just not a guy that was president ever.
Cornelius Vanderbilt.
Calhoun caned Henry Clay? Oh, did he?
Oh, he did. So he is the guy. How do I? Can I just drag this in here? You think so? Oh yeah, you guys can see it. There you go. That's the guy. I'm gonna take him off stream now because he just looks like evil Andrew Jackson. I think we can all agree. And Andrew Jackson already was evil. There's a lot
pretty evil,
going around, you know? It's what the hell, man.
Evil Andrew Jackson would be like, no, I'm gonna abide by the Supreme Court's rulings and be nice to the Native Americans.
Well,
no, it's you guys are thinking of Charles Sumner and Preston Brooks. Actually, there's for nonfiction, what I've been reading, or not really reading but listening to recently is I found this great channel called Sean Munger, who does like 3-4 hour lectures of like super context heavy like history, a lot of good American history stuff, but learning all about like the 19th century US, which is just a fascinating subject. But he has these really great videos on like Franklin Pierce, and like the election of 1872, where there was no Democratic candidate. They nominated a Republican because they were like, we're not going to win, which is the only time that's ever happened. And like the 1924 election, where basically both of the candidates didn't want to be president, and it's just like, it's super fun to listen to. It's like it feels like a high school lecture basically, and I really enjoyed high school lectures, so it's like exactly what I want in a YouTube video.
Right.
Ooh, wine.
I've never heard of that guy. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, he came. Okay, Daniel Webster came 4th in the 1836 election, is what my chat says. Who the fuck is this guy, man?
Hey OPB, you always advocate that you only should use employment decreasing production methods when there are no peasants, but would you also recommend to make industries more profitable? Generally no. If you are in a country where you have like one company and that company can really pull through and be massive, I guess it might make sense if you optimize their buildings, right? Let's say like you have a company that owns a middle production chain building set, but not the ending. You want the ending to not make that much profit. You want the profit to be where the company is. But even then, I would argue you probably don't have to do it, because if you did it, it's kind of like companies are just so profitable in general. Like you're making like micro adjustments, right? It's like oh, extra like 2%, when instead you could just get like an investment pact in a different country and you make infinite money off of it. I would generally say probably not.
2%. Yay, my 2%.
Yeah, it's like there's definitely, I think there are scenarios where that gives you value, but in general, basically, because the reality is obviously that you had a more like complex version of industry as time progressed, even when there was no full employment. Because full employment, the way we encounter it here, obviously didn't really happen, because the economy doesn't just go up. I mean, many people are saying this, but I think
I don't think that's true.
I think there's more complexity to this, right? Which Victooooooria 3 currently doesn't really like support. I think they can do it in the future, but right now they don't. And so the idea is, historically speaking, you would definitely want to knock out people, even if they are still peasants, just because you care about the profit more, and your industrialists are gonna they love the idea. You know what, this brings us to a different topic. I would love it if they did to production methods what they did to trade. Where they go, you're gonna make the big decisions, like the big picture stuff. That is where you set the policy. And then everything else is autonomous. I think that would slap.
That would be quite cool.
Yeah.
I always hate when I like I wish my like, you know, my capitalists could manage that a bit more, because I hate when I conquer a new area and it's like, why are all of these people using like outdated technology? I have it, you know, can we not just have like a, you know, when I conquer a territory, it just sets it to the best production methods that are reasonable? Like, can it not do that? Because I think early on it did actually make sense.
They added a thing now. I don't even know where it is. It's on the state actions and the state action lens, right? They added this ages ago. I haven't used it in a while because I don't know, the reset production methods isn't that great. Yeah.
It doesn't work very well, I feel. Oh, what's this? Why are the British and the Russians fighting? Oh, because of Egypt.
Oh yeah, classic stuff.
They're on their usual Egypt shit. Who's conquering Libya?
On that Egypt grind.
Tripolitania. What is going on here? Okay. Cool, sure. The economy is endless, don't worry about it. Yeah, I think though, honestly, the automating things, or the automatic production methods thing, that makes sense from like the perspective of a company trying to make money. Yeah. But it doesn't make sense from the perspective of like, you know, a economy.
You wouldn't believe how often people complain about this. They're like, my capitalists don't invest in stuff that I need. And it's like, yeah, they don't care about you.
They want to make money, you know, and that's cool for them and all, but it's like, so that would be cool if it's like, actually, we are fighting against automation a little bit because we have all these peasants who, you know, we want to be employed so they're not peasants anymore. But I think that might get very annoying very quickly, where it's like, why is this not working? My things, I want them to do the right thing that I want. And it's like, I mean, do they want to do that? No, probably not. But, you know. Oh, back to the subject of books, though. I read this really great, or I do audiobooks. I do a lot of audiobooks. I have a bunch of library cards, and so I use Libby, and I get my audiobooks.
Jesus.
Yeah. But so I found this really great book series. It's 2 books. She Who Became the Sun and He Who Would Drown the World. And it's a retelling of the life of the Hongwu Emperor, who was the first emperor of the Ming Dynasty. Except that the point of divergence, basically, is that Zhu Chongba, the historical peasant who became the first emperor of the Ming Dynasty, dies. And his sister instead takes his name and pretends to be him because he has like a destiny and she basically doesn't. So it's basically like a gender bent Chinese imperialism thing, but it's really good, honestly. It's absolutely great. There's so much like interesting historical stuff in there. There's the sort of main antagonist is this eunuch general, and so you've got this really interesting gender dynamic between this, you know, woman who is very comfortable in her masculinity versus a eunuch who is incredibly uncomfortable in his lack of masculinity. And so they have this interesting dynamic. But I listened to both of those and they're so good. Both of them are just so good. I honestly love them.
I take it you're looking forward to East Asia and CK3?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm gonna be on my eunuch grind set. I'm gonna be summoning. I'm gonna be doing all kinds of shit. It's gonna be great. Why is meat so expensive? What happened here? Hold on. I think I may need to revive that trade deal from earlier. What is this? Oh, I bet it's because I'm using tools for livestock ranches. And there's a shortage. I'm not, actually. What's going on here? Probably should be using tools, actually. Get my meat. But yeah, no, I love those books. They're really good.
Could you rename the name of the book?
Oh, She Who Became the Sun. Get it? It's a pun.
Gotcha.
Because it's She Who Became the Sun, but also like the sun. Get it?
That's pretty, that's pretty smart.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it.
That's pretty cheeky.
Yeah. And it's also gay. It's very gay as well, because it's like, yeah, that's a guy. We should get him married to a woman. No, that's normal. Perfectly normal experience.
That is normal.
Getting married to a woman. Yep.
I agree.
We won't look into this.
I am in fact married to a woman, so like, that's like that is. No! I can attest to this. Wow.
Are
You know?
you secretly the emperor of China?
I might be. You know? Man,
Who's
you know,
to say?
have you seen this guy? There's this guy, and I haven't seen him because I don't use like any. I basically I don't consume any media that isn't sitcoms. Okay, but there was a guy on TikTok, and I'm sure he's still there. He is he does like Emperor Puyi stuff. He looks like Emperor Puyi, and he walks around, and then he listens to that song that is like, it's basically like the look at what could have been, and it's like what a banger, what a bop, and I miss that guy. That's the only thing, because I'm always like, yeah man, you know, damn. Well, that's crazy, bro.
What?
You've never heard of this guy?
I don't know. I don't use TikTok or anything, so I don't really know this stuff. Also, I think the Confederates won. They got independence. That's so fucked up. What the hell?
You have to. Okay, I'm dead serious. You actually have to watch this. This is mandatory.
Okay, I'll watch it.
There can't be any choices. I can't chat. You have to just assume, okay? Like it's an amazing that guy is like, I don't know what it is. I've never been like, I feel nostalgia for something that is not related to me at all. But I'm like, I kind of feel nostalgia. I'm like, you know, that's something.
Bro's just like going around Puyi style.
Exactly right.
That's so funny.
Wait,
he's like, oh what? He was like when he was the when did he wear that outfit? I feel like that's when he was like a Japanese puppet, or
I think that is during the Japanese puppet period, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I feel like I feel like I recognize it. That's weird.
Although I'm not sure whether they gave him anything else when they, you know, afterwards, after the success of the revolution.
Yeah.
Oh, this law sucks.
Bro just had to wear that forever. Oh my god, wait, I just realized that the Great Wall is on the map. I did not realize.
Oh yeah.
That's so cool.
This is listen, I know a lot of people are saying this. I'm gonna fight. I'm ready to fight. Okay, I like Imperator Rome. I think it's a really great game, especially the way it is now, and it looks beautiful. But Victooooooria 3, and it's not even close, has the much better map. Because so here's the thing that really grinds my gears in Imperator Rome, okay? Their houses, when you build up a metropolis, are placed randomly. It's just random Scrabble. Like the way EU4 does it, I think, as well. It's just, they just put like more stuff down there. This right here, you look at the buildings, you see what it is, and then you have night and day. I love it. This is infinitely better. I'm sorry to say this. There are not many Imperator Rome stands out there, so saying something against them is easy picking, okay? Nobody's going to defend them. But it's like,
I actually have to ask Jonathan, because I don't have the night and day DLC.
Oh my god.
It's like $5, but I'm like, oh, I should probably get that.
It's the sole reason that I play this game. I just leave it at night.
I'm missing that one, and I'm also missing the which is it? The Songs of the People or whatever it is.
Oh, I mean, okay, no, it's actually different for you as a streamer, because I gotta tell you, obviously, when you record content, like for, you know, exclusively like video on demand content, you can't listen to music because you need the sound to be without the music, right? So you play the game, or I play the game, I should say, like a complete psycho, because I'm just sitting there in silence and then I'm talking. I never get to enjoy the music, so the music packs they don't have any meaning to me. I get lucky when I get to stream, you know. That's where you can do it.
I play that music. Is it audible? It should be audible. It's not very audible.
Oh yeah, can I ask whether that's a good question? Are people like, can you folks hear music and clicking and stuff like this? I'm clicking around. Can you guys hear this? Yeah. Surely.
I do love the like sort of the noises that the Victooooooria menu makes. It's so just like, it's so clicky. I like it.
I think I got ultra scammed. This is not an opportunity. This lobby opportunity is not doing anything. All right, so be it. Audio good.
I'm not getting market opened. Wow. Can somebody like attack me, please?
It normally takes a little bit longer. You can probably trigger them if you declare war against anybody. They already have the AI opinion of you. This goes a little bit into like the script and stuff, but all you need to know is when you click on yourself, right, and you do country attitude, you already have domineering and belligerent in France and Britain, and belligerent in Russia. I think if you started a play where one of these could reach you, they would ask for market open.
I just don't know if they would take more is the problem, because I don't want to lose stuff.
Risk it for the biscuit, you know? Sometimes you gotta play it risky.
I guess. I mean, I think they'll probably just attack me eventually anyway, so it's not too much of an issue. So let me see if could I get like a good agitator? Because I kind of hate this guy that I have here. I don't like him. Goodbye, Japanese Buddhist man. Give me someone actually good, please. No, I can't.
See, Lacey is pointing out. So Lacey is saying scripted game, scripted game. It's a meme, but you folks do not know, like, I don't think any other game has this, at least not that I've seen. But AI strategies in Victooooooria 3, they can be really good if they're like flexible in their making. But because, you know, so when this game released, right, nothing was happening as would happen historically. Because the stuff was just, it's kind of like, I don't know, they're like generally a little bit aggressive. They might just attack somebody, right? And then it got altered, like the script, the way the AI behaves got altered to be more historical. But that also means if you know the script, I know exactly what the AI is going to do because they're going to stick to that script. It's the one thing where I'm like, I think Vicky 3, the magic for me is like, the immersion. It can be different and difficult for me because it's like, I know exactly what France is going to do there. That's, can't get around it.
Someone just gave me $5 as a DLC fund. I appreciate it. Thank you. I will buy it. I will buy it from Paradox, I guess.
Wow.
Also, wait, hold on. Look at this shit. Texas is America. Yuck.
No, that's good.
Yuck.
That's fine.
What is this? Indian territory corridor between Texas and America. Like, what?
Indian territorial war.
Another subathon for DLC funds. Yeah, can we do a $5 subathon? You know, it's just the goal is $5. That's everything.
How much is how much is a good skin in the horse game? Huh? How much does that cost?
Oh my god. Oh my god. The horse game. Okay, so the horse game. It's a gacha game, which means you can't buy things. You have to buy rolls. You have to buy gambling. And the problem is it's actually quite fun, and they give you just enough that it's like, ooh, I could do it. I don't need to buy. I can just do it. But then if you don't, it's like, oh, I'm so starved. I need more points.
You gacha addicts.
But yeah, I don't like gacha. I think gacha is honestly the worst. I was thinking about this last night. I was like, honestly, every gacha game would be so much better if instead of like, you know, having some premium currency that you have to spend for rolls, if you just got like the equivalent of a 10 pull at the end of every like, you know, game.
Have you gotten
that would just be infinitely better.
Have you gotten Kita-san Black yet?
I have not. I didn't save up for it though, but you can, so it's actually quite forgiving. If you don't have something, you can borrow it from others, which I think is really cool. I think that's a great mechanic. Because it means like, I don't need Kita-san Black. I don't need a 9-star Rudolph, Symboli Rudolph. I just can borrow it from others, so...
She's just literally speaking a different language now. It's just, you know, I can borrow the Kita-san and then the Rudolph comes in and...
the Kita-san and the Rudolph, yeah, exactly.
Curious.
Yeah, there's a horse who is like, an enlightened monarch.
There's a horse who's an enlightened monarch, okay.
Yeah, she's like, I want to bring justice to the world, and you're like, you're a horse, but okay, I'll help you out with that, I guess. She seems pretty neat.
See, I am completely immune to gacha games. I have zero, like, I get annoyed when I play a game, and I haven't played one of these in ages, but when I play a game and they do have me open a box, it's just, I literally don't, like, you know, the big, like, whoa, I'm just like, I don't, doesn't get to me, I don't like it.
Box. You gotta move to Belgium. Because it's not allowed there.
Lacey, thank you for the £5. Subathon goal reached. Protectorate Japan. You know what? I gotta do it. I gotta do it to him. I gotta do it to him.
Wait, actually, question. Are you isolationist?
I am not. So my laws are better than yours, but basically you get kind of pushed out of that, right? Because of the content, which I don't have. And your country is like 1 trillion times bigger than me.
Yeah.
I actually...
No, but could you open market me?
Alright, let me see, okay? I'm gonna change my interest. Let's open market Japan. I'm gonna teach you a lesson, buddy.
Not a gacha fan, not gonna lie. Me neither. Honestly, I think that it's the worst mechanic.
Me neither. I'm just addicted to it. Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
I'm free to play. I looked at the prices of like the currency, and then immediately I was like, I'm never buying any of this. It's so expensive.
I actually need to ask a question now, and this is for you and for chat, okay?
Yep.
Okay. Have you folks heard of a game called? I mean, actually, I don't even know why I'm asking you now that I think about the terms of this. Has anybody here heard of a game called Love in Deep Space?
Oh,
I can open market you. Huh.
Of course I've heard about that. That's the Chinese game where it like tracks your period, isn't it?
What? I didn't know that. And then they're like...
Is that the one, chat? Chat, am I right?
Do you want me to open market you? You just gotta give in, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
All right, sure.
I'll give in.
Don't invite anybody. They're gonna bully me. That's not, you know. You can't do that.
Oh no! Ah, free trade, the worst. You are right. I am right. Yeah, yeah, that's fucking right. Oh, and I get peasant movement.
You got humiliated by Vietnam. Let that be a lesson. First you, then the US. Don't mess with me.
Yeah, it's over. Let's see.
So the only what I know about that game is that they make infinite money, as do all gacha games, obviously, right? They print money over there, but also that to run it on your phone, you need an actual computer as a phone. Like that game is unhinged, and apparently tracks your period. But I didn't know about this. I had no idea.
I was watching my friend Barry play Uma Musume last night, and she was just like instantly, like she had to restart her stream because the lag was so bad. It was crazy. It was absolutely fucking crazy. But no, like, I'm stopping my gacha thoughts for a sec. What do you mean they track your period? I mean that there's like a mechanic in the game where the characters, because they're like, you know, ikemen hot guys. It's like, oh, do you feel well today? Do you need some chocolate? It's like in a romantic takes care of you kind of way. And it's like, what the fuck? Huh? What is going on
no,
here?
see, I'm learning a lot because, so I'm very happy that exists because this kind of, this thing, I mean, we have an epidemic, okay? There's men everywhere having AI girlfriends. I think it's only fair.
Yes.
Reversal of the roles. I will also say I learned recently, okay?
I like how the reversal of the roles is men get AI girlfriends and women get their periods tracked by AI.
I will tell you, okay? I am aware of a lot of K-pop, and I'm very glad that it exists because I have noticed that women use K-pop the same way that men use, for example, football teams. Okay, all I'm saying is, when I was growing up, obviously football plays a big role in my life. Okay, I played football. I was a big football fan. Went to a ton of games. You know, big fan. And the way you start talking about that, the real European football. Okay. And I was like, at some point you just start talking like, yeah, they gotta exchange him. He's just not doing well. They gotta take him off, give somebody else a chance. You know, maybe this would be a good formation. You start talking about this, and I swear to God, I have learned that women talk that way if they're fans of K-pop about K-pop. They're like, the comeback that they gave them, that was just such a bad choreography. They specifically are like holding them down. We need to get rid of the general manager. In the next draft, we have to rethink what we're doing here. Okay, we have to rebuild. That's literally how that is treated. And I'm a big fan.
Yeah, we need
because
Jimin for quarterback.
Those mechanics, it's like, you don't see it that often. I love it. I'm a huge fan of it. I think that's very exciting to see. It's fun. From now on, I'm tracking OPB's period. It's going to be tough. If I start bleeding, then like, I mean, I hope you keep track of it because I'm going to need help. It's going to be pretty tough.
Guys, this is your mandate. You have to now. You got. Oh, Congo's getting protected by the British. Okay.
Oh, that's early. Wow.
But yeah, guys, you gotta take care of your YouTuber. You gotta make sure he's healthy. Get him some chocolate, that kind of thing.
See, here's somebody, okay? Marginal Utility asks, what team did you support OPB? Let me tell you one thing. That will tell you the exact coordinates of my birthplace. Because that is obviously like you're born into teams, okay? You don't choose them. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. The problem with Blackpink is that they always try to walk it in. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have opinions. I think Jump is a great song. I think Jump is that's a banger. Don't care for the video. The video sucks. Eldritch Cat, by the way, thank you for being a member for 1 month.
Oh, I got an explosion in my capital. That's great. That's just what I wanted, man.
What do I think of Harry Kane? I enjoy... I'm not joking. My days of really following football are over, but I did enjoy seeing the English lose. And Harry Kane's international career, I believe, is like pretty much over there. It's like, I'm sorry, it just feels good. Okay, I know a lot of British people, and seeing them lose, that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling right there.
The British deserve to lose.
It's just...
I hate the British.
You know, it's just it's a good thing. We see... Oh. Wait, what? Ottomans.
Actually, I had.
Oh, I see what's happening. Okay.
Oh yeah, Ottomans took over Egypt, and now what are they doing now?
Yeah, they're getting funky with it.
Hello? Reduce Moldavian autonomy. Demand Transjordan. Demand. I hate that they don't take Syria.
See, that is.
Can you take Syria?
This is actually a funny thing, and I totally agree. Football teams in Europe are too specific. Football teams in the US are like a few thousand-kilometer radius. Football teams in Germany, right? It's like you go. I think how many leagues do we have? Like 10 leagues. You can literally be a fan of your village. You're just they're gonna play on a regular schedule. It's serious. You get fined if you don't show up. It's a bit more coordinated down there.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, when I was applying for colleges, I applied for this one scholarship from a baseball team.
And you strike me as a big baseball fan.
Yeah, right, exactly. But I was like, listen, I don't really know a whole lot about baseball. My really only connection, like it's not actually like a baseball scholarship. It's just from a baseball team. But I mentioned in like the interview, I was like, yeah, my grandpa really liked this other team. But that's my only connection. And I later learned that they were rival teams and they hated each other. And like, I did not get the scholarship, obviously.
Well, I'm surprised.
But imagine that. I just show up
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
like,
odd.
yeah, I don't know anything about baseball, but I like the team you guys don't like. So give me money. Give me all of your money, please. But yeah, unfortunately, I did not get that.
Did not get
the
that
scholarship.
money. Well.
Very tragic to say this. Let's see. Actually, would it be good to... I think I need to get rid of serfdom first. That's annoying.
Hey, OPB, what do you think of the Austrians? Yeah, you gotta... So serfdom is really, really bad because it locks you out of a bunch of other stuff as well. You wanna knock that out
I could just go straight to homesteading.
If you don't... I mean, if you get a rebellion, I'm pretty sure that closes out your journal entry as well, right? If the landowners rebel.
I don't think... Oh, that would radicalize them. Would tenant farmers?
Austria's OP this patch. Honestly, Prussia and Austria, don't talk to me about them because it's so Prussia is a lot better these days. Look at that. Oh my god, they're doing it. They are. They're not doing it. They're only going for Holstein and not Schleswig and Holstein. So Prussia is getting better at unifying Germany. But the core problem, and I don't think you can solve this without making content. Like you can't just change AI logic or something. The problem is the Holy Alliance. The Austria and Russia never have a reason to get rid of it, right? So maybe during the upcoming DLC for Austria, they're gonna fix it. I don't know.
Actually, you know what I did? So I was talking with Jonathan a while ago, and we were talking about sort of like Jewish content in Paradox games, and I was like, yeah, I think that there needs to be more, and I think that it would actually encourage sort of a more like respectful, player culture if there was more like content just in general, because like people learn from these games. They learn a lot. They get a good sense of history, I think, in a way that often a lot of people haven't from their actual education, because in many cases historical education is kind of awful. And so I think if you provide sort of like good examples of stuff and like cool stuff that people would be like, oh, that's interesting, I learned about that now. I think that would actually go very far in, disempowering sort of like stereotypes. Because a lot of people, what they know about like Jewish people is just sort of like, the stereotypes, the like, greedy banker stuff and that kind of thing. And I think that instead of sort of like doing anything, a lot of the Paradox games, they just sort of don't have any Jews in them, really.
It's it's one of those things where it's like I mean, so there's like a ton of misconceptions in Paradox games in general. I will tell you that for the longest time, because I started with Hearts of Iron 2, I thought that the Croatian coastline was actually just like flat, that there are no islands in front of it, because that's the way it was in Hearts of Iron 2, and I was like, well, that's what the world map looks like, I guess. It doesn't look like that. But so I do agree, they have a CK3 does it actually quite a lot better, right? CK3 is they added a lot of content for Iberia. They added
a little bit, but honestly, the problem I think CK3 is particularly bad just because like in CK2 they had sort of this mechanic,
right? Okay.
You get your loans from the Jews and then you expel them.
That's
and meanwhile, that's not a good thing that happened. But it is a thing that happened, and there's a reason why it happened. It was because there was this very vulnerable minority that, was in a position to be taken advantage of by European rulers. But you know, on the flip side, the reason that there were like Jewish minorities in a lot of Europe is because a lot of European rulers were like, this is actually really useful to have.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
these
it's
guys, they're very skilled in a lot of trades. They, you know, they're literate to a higher degree. They, you know, have all this like, they, you know, nobody else wants them, so I might as well take them.
I mean, so I really will say, I think Iberia actually added like quite a little bit. It's old now, it's old content, but the Iberian Strike actually like adds the building that up, basically like financing it quite a bit. But in general, I think, honestly, to be honest with you, it's like, if you're a dev, right, are you gonna make like content that is easy to like enjoy, where like people look at it and immediately go, oh yeah, cool? Or do you make content where it's like, I need to think about this and I need to analyze this? And, you know, I mean, I agree, they are there, but it's like, you know, which content would you rather do when you enter the office?
But since there's sort of like also, you know, like a bit of a you know, information role, and there's sort of more of a like a political goal in there of, hey, actually we should, you know, do our best to try and represent these groups that face prejudice.
You know what? That actually reminds me of, holy crap. Do you know about Imperator Rome in that context?
Oh, I know that they have some stuff for the Judean Wars, I believe, right?
So, yeah, but so this is really funny. I never talked about it because it's like such a minor thing, all things considered, Imperator Rome. But basically, they place Jewish pops based on a census after the rebellions. So when they were already like largely in different areas and distributed, right? And
well, they were already.
Yeah, no, yeah, but like they actually like they used that census from like way into the Roman Empire, and I guess, I mean, you know, you can do it like that. It's just a couple of 100 years that are in between those.
A little inaccurate. But yeah, no. At the time of the Roman Jewish Wars, the majority of Jews did not live in the Holy Land at that point. But
it's just they're like we.
It is really funny though. It's like, what are you talking about? Hello. No, but like, so actually though, I was talking to Jonathan, and I was like,
for context, by the way, Jonathan is the influencer manager at Paradox.
Yes. Jonathan is he's our contact basically at Paradox.
I need to write him back. I forgot to write him back. That's a good reminder. Thank you.
He's who all the creators talk to, so he's pretty cool. We like him. But he was like, yeah, if you have, you know, I don't know a whole lot about this either, so if you have ever any ideas, I can like pass that along. So then I saw that there was, you know, the Balkan DLC for this game that's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my chance. So I wrote up a whole thing. I was like, hey, if you want some good examples, here's two great ones. There was this whole Yiddish movement in Romania in that time period, and there was a massive Jewish population in Thessalonica, which was very important in the nationalist struggle of Bulgaria and Greece. So maybe you want to include some of that kind of stuff because there is super important. And I think he was like, oh, interesting. I'll pass this along once people are back from break. And I was like, hell yeah.
Interesting message deleted.
This is how I do it. I get, you know, the content I want in the games. But I'm excited. I think it'll be really cool. And fun stuff. What am I missing?
I think it's a big set of content, right? Everything Balkans. That's I mean, we're gonna like.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna see how much is actually in that DLC. I'm very curious. I can tell you the stream right now that I'm gonna be in Stockholm actually in August for Victooooooria 3. Don't know what they're gonna tell me there, and don't know whether I can tell anybody else. But I hope to hear about Austria. You know, that would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, no, I think it'll be very fun. I'm very excited. There's also a whole bunch of, I know that they're mainly focusing on like the south stuff, like so they're not doing, I don't imagine they're going to be doing stuff with like Galicia or Bohemia or anything, but also places with large Jewish populations.
No, they gotta actually, because like I learned about this only when I don't even know why I read up on this, but because 1848, 1849, right? It's so loaded in the German context that I never thought about much about the other. I knew Austria had its minority movement suppressed largely by Russia, and it all. I didn't know that they just straight up fired cannons into Krakow to be like, shut up. Like, stop doing that.
Yeah, basically, they were just like, no, we're not doing this today. Sorry about that, but no.
Oh, you know what? I remember now. Actually, I read up on this because I was looking into making Austria at least like not the way it is right now, where nothing happens, right? I just wanted like to have more interest, because it's actually such a good point. It's like what happened in VTM a lot of the time, where it's like if anything happens, that's better than if nothing happens, because it's like the Ottomans were just sitting there for 90% of the existence of Victoria 3 doing nothing, right? And I was like, okay, what actually went down in Austria? And it turns out it was a lot that went down in Austria. That could be some great content. I gotta tell you, I disagree. I think Galicia, they gotta make content, because I
hope.
Because I know that there's a difference between Krakow and West Galicia, how they treated that. You know, it's like, come on, give us some nice stuff there.
Yeah. No, somebody in my chat says if they do an Austria and Russia DLC, it should have Jewish content because of like the Pale of Settlement. Exactly.
Oh,
no, that's exactly what I'm talking about. There's like there's this concept that so there's this YouTuber called Sam Aronow.
Sam Aronow is great, yeah.
He's great. Love that guy. His videos are cool. But he brings up this concept a lot called the Mendelssohn line, which is basically the line you can draw down like the middle of Europe, basically, of where sort of on the one side you had a very different Jewish culture from on the other side. On the west of it, you had this very assimilated, very liberal, very like, sort of more culturally integrated.
Yeah, going into
Jewish
secularism,
population.
into the local.
Yeah, secular reform. And then on the eastern side of it, you had a much more oppressed, a much more isolated, a much more conservative and Orthodox Jewish population. And you had a lot of conflict between those two groups often, because it was like, hey, our values are much more similar to like those of Western Europe than, even other Jews. So what do we do when there's a massive influx of Eastern Orthodox refugees into like Galicia or something? And one of the interesting areas of conflict with that was post-partition Poland, because you had certain areas, like the Galician Jews were the richest Jews in like all of Europe, basically, because of sort of the Austrian, like, ethnic system. They had just such a better time than right across the border, where there were like constant outbreaks of violence, all the time. And even in Prussia, it was not as good as like in Austria. So like such an interesting area, so much interesting content to be had.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of thing, like that's the kind of thing that should be represented, because, if you have like, bad stuff happening, and this game has shown it's not going to shy away from like bad shit. Like,
I agree.
Like, they have genocides, they have slavery, they have all this awful stuff, But I think you also have to combine it with some good stuff too. Like you can't just be like, yeah, it sucked for everyone forever. Like, okay, it sucked over here, and then over here you had a massive explosion of like Yiddish cultural like stuff and theater and all kinds of cool stuff, and it was a pretty great place.
No, I agree totally. But, it's like they haven't shied away, specifically like with the Circassian genocide, for example. But I feel like there's just like a difference between 1.0 and what is now coming, which is why I think it's actually nice that like much of it was excluded, just because there is always interesting stuff to cover. But like 1.0, and this is, listen, okay, I don't know, have you played Greece? When you form Greece, you can just click a button and it's like all of the Turkish pops will leave now, and all of the Greeks in Turkey will come here. It's like, I remember that differently. And that's a 1.0 content, right? So what we definitely can also see, which is why it's kind of nice to look at content that is more complex and difficult and has more nuances to it. I think they just get better as they work on the game for longer, right? So you make content where you go like, okay, this will vaguely work, it will do something. Just think about the 1.0 United States of America Civil War content, where it's like, okay, you tried.
Confederacy that stretches from Vermont to Louisiana.
And then after, Reconstruction, obviously like the worst content ever put into any game. But it's like, it's kind of nice to look at this now and be like, hey, you know what? Actually, you can do this really well. You figured out where to start and how to do it. You can step that up. Like you can keep going there.
Reconstruction would have worked flawlessly if only they had made Joshua Norton president of the U.S. very briefly, so that they could pass multiculturalism.
That's so true.
That's what they needed. That's all they needed to do.
How did you know this? What the hell?
Yeah. No, it's the beauty of history is that you just need Joshua Norton. Yeah. No, I think there are a lot of areas like that though, where there's just like they're working on it, they're getting better, but I want them to just do like a dedicated DLC where you just do, come on, like give me a regional pack.
Why aren't they
And
making my content?
Why aren't they making my content? Exactly.
I mean, it's fair.
I feel
it's
like
fair.
with the US at least, it's sort of the US very much does impact the rest of the world in a way that like, you know, a lot of the areas like Central Asia, for example, I think is probably the least influential globally of all of the DLCs. Just because, like, sure, it's a conflict between like Russia and Great Britain and all that, but it's very localized.
Yeah.
In a way that like even if they just expanded it to also include like the Crimean War or something, that would make it more of like.
Oh, I would love if we had a Crimean War, because if we did, the Holy Alliance would fall apart. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
You know, because I only care about that problem. I don't care about that, you know.
Yeah.
Just make that go away.
A lot of DLCs, I think even the country pack DLCs do have sort of an international influence. Like the India stuff, you know, it may be kind of localized, but India is kind of like important to the British Empire, and the British Empire is kind of important to world history. Or like the South America stuff. Like you've got all of these. Oh, what the fuck is going on in Peru? Oh, you. Oh.
They're doing well. They're looking okay.
Ooh, I hate that.
No, I
so
think that's
much.
good. That's fine. I like that. That's good.
Ah, okay. But like Brazil is actually quite important globally speaking in terms of like, you know, all of their like in terms of the history of the slave trade and in terms of the history of like coffee and wood and all these other like important resources. And I think that's pretty cool. Ooh, I have romanticism. Yay. Finally.
Oh, you know, I know I'm diverting the conversation for a second. Let's talk about the EU board game. Because I do actually want to play that on stream.
Yes.
I was looking at all the stuff that I got prepped. Like I have the perfect setup. Have you given that some thought? Because as I will tell you, right? There are short scenarios there. You can do that in one stream. That's like 4 hours. You're done, right? But obviously it would take us longer because we would need to learn mechanics.
Yeah.
So like I think we kind of have to find a group that is willing to commit to like 2 streams. To make that happen.
And I think that's doable is the thing. I think that's very much like
Alright, okay.
Like, I think I can find some people who would be willing to do that. But
finally a good EU. Let's go. Forget about EU4. Mana, clicks.
No, like,
come on.
Chat. We've been just for reference. We've been trying to do this kind of thing for a very long time, but it's been an issue of people not being free or not knowing how to play the game. I have no idea how to play the game really. I can't say that I understand it. But so because of that, it's just been like, oh, we can't do it, that kind of thing. But so if we could actually like get the people together and do all this stuff, I think it'd be really fun. Also, I think I overbuilt my construction sector, unfortunately. Let me maybe get rid of a little of that.
See, that's not a problem for me. I have played with the developer of the game. Great guy, by the way. Really, really funny guy at PDXCon.
Yeah, and see, you're the one with the expertise in that, so we kind of needed you, but I don't think at the time you were able to stream.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Yeah, that was an issue.
I really want to actually play the game. That game is really fun. I'm not joking. It's really good.
We gotta do it. I'm so excited. But I think I can get people that would be willing to do that, honestly. Oh, my peasants are struggling. Jesus Christ. What's going on here, guys? Why are you having such a hard time?
Forget about them. They're just peasants. Nobody cares.
Because you're spending so much money on clothes?
Forget about them.
Can you guys chill?
Give me 5 of these.
Let me try and realize more taxes, honestly. Oh, and I got a law setback. That's nice. Oh, hello, the police.
I've tried the CK board game in the PDXCon in Berlin, so I've played that one as well. I feel like this one is way more of a social game, whereas the EU board game really is like it's a strategy game, right? Like you sit down and you're doing grand strategy stuff, basically. The CK board game isn't bad. I really, listen, I don't want to throw any shade out here, okay? They're a little bit late on this. Don't Google what I'm about to tell you. I really wish that the Stellaris board game was actually coming out because it looks so good, but it looks like it's never gonna come out. It's the life of board game developments. You know, it's
surely it'll come out. Surely
one day, I'm sure.
One of these days, I'm sure of it.
It looks really nice. It looks great. Like I can't say anything. Man, I paid out of the nose. I'm running Grimworld right now. We jumped from Blaze in the Dark. It's tabletop, okay guys? It's roleplay tabletop stuff. And I run Grimworld and I want the physical book. I love having the physical book. And I ordered that.
I agree.
And then they were like, we have a problem. So the world, let's just, you know, the global market situation has changed. And there will now be more shipping costs. And I was like, man. And then the shipping costs came and we were like, this is like half or 60% of the book price itself. And I was like, it's just a book. So I understand if you're making a big board game, right? Like Stellaris, they have like all these big 3D models. It's like, all right, yeah, that's gonna that's gonna suck shipping that out.
Yeah. No, it sucks. It's so expensive to like make toys of any kind. Like I was curious. Because when I was a kid, I had a lot of Lego, and that was like, you know, one of my cool things that I loved. And I was like, how much does that cost these days? Because I feel like it costs a lot now. And I looked up, and like, I think Lego has like gone up like 200% in price in the last like 5 years or something. And it's like, what the fuck is going on in Denmark? Like, are you guys good over there? What have you done to the economy? Hello?
You know what? Doodles is just now saying you should ask Saffron to write a quester character for a Grimworld table. Did you know this? That we actually skipped your quest, like where I took inspiration from you, because we moved on. Yeah, we're gonna come back to that town, I swear, but it's gonna be a long while. Like I'll see you next year, you know. Yeah, we skipped it, Doodles. We skipped that. That is the the quest that is the Saffron quest was the one where you found carvings at the river. Changing carvings. Those were leading up to her quest. But we were like, we gotta move on. You know, this group, and okay, I don't want to go too deep in this because it's completely off topic now. This is not Victorian at all anymore. But like, this group, they really, I noticed that they know that when I say I will ruin their world, they take that seriously because they're like, no, a new evil has just emerged. We're going to clean that up. Because if we don't do it, then he's going to put something on a timer and this city is going to be gone tomorrow. So we moved on from the side quest. I'm sorry to tell you, it's over.
No, that's
but yeah,
fair.
no, I will say, this is like, it's a bit of a weird industry as well, like in general, right? The gaming right now is not doing so hot. I feel like I am more willing right now to cut board game designers and video game designers some slack, because it's like, to a degree, they're like, I really don't want to fire all these people. You know, obviously, there are people that like firing people. You know, nothing wrong with that, but, you know, it's a tough time. The market isn't really there for any of this stuff.
No,
it's kind of cooked.
It really isn't. No, it's really sad. I honestly, I hope that it improves in the future because, like, I love my board games. I like playing my little board games. I was playing actually towards the end of last semester. Me and my friends started playing a lot of board games, and that was so fun. Like we did a bunch of Risk.
Oh yeah,
I fucking love Risk. I'm a big fan of Risk. But it's like, oh, board game costs like $50 now.
It's crazy. The whole thing is gone.
Yeah. No.
You could make millions with a board game Kickstarter. It's over.
It's
it's
literally so over. It has never been so over. But,
it's a crazy world. But yeah, so somebody asked as well, are there gonna be other PDX cons? I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't want to bet on it. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know about that.
I think I really feel personally, and obviously like it's really regrettable. I was at PDXCon 2019, right? And I was at 2022 in Stockholm. I enjoyed both like a lot. In 2019 I was just there as like a guy, and then in 2022 I was there as me, I guess. But it's like I feel like conventions in general are kind of coming to an end. I don't think we're like, I don't know, Gamescom was so big when I was younger, and now it's like, yeah, you know, it's Gamescom. I feel like conventions are kind of over. So the answer is probably not, but they are probably going to do more events that have like a bespoke purpose, like, you know, the grandest LAN stuff.
Yeah, no, that kind of stuff does seem like it's on the rise. I mean, at least for VTubers, conventions are on the rise, which is nice.
You know what they do a lot as well, actually? They
year-
do social hours. Like, they literally just say, if you're in Stockholm, just come by and you can be there.
I keep seeing that.
Yeah.
I keep seeing, like, the ads for that, and I'm like,
Mhm.
well, if I'm ever in Stockholm, I'll, you know, pop by. But...
For some reason, I'm in Stockholm, so I might as well, you know.
Yeah. You know, if I'm just there on, I don't know, well, not business, because that would make sense. So if I'm there on not business, you know.
Just looking
I'm
around,
just
you know.
chilling
Oh,
there.
wow, there's an... It's such an
Ooh.
isolated city, and they're like, hey, just come by. What do you mean, just come by? It's like...
Just come by. Yeah, you know, I was here to see the boats and to eat the food and to, like, you know, to go to the museums. I totally forgot Paradox was here. Oh yeah, I'll pop by.
You know
Sure,
what?
why
Controversial opinion. I think the Vasa sucks. I think that sucks. Didn't enjoy it there. You know
not?
the
boat?
Yeah, the boat, the ship.
I've never seen it. I don't know a whole lot about it.
I mean, it's pretty well preserved, but it's also like it's kind of like just a ship. I think I just don't like ships enough. I was there and I was like, okay, well. You know where I still need to go in Stockholm, and this is actually worth going to. It's Skansen. It's that, like, there was like one rich guy, and he looked around Sweden and he was like, what if I purchase houses from different time periods in Sweden and then put them down in one place in Stockholm, and then I hire reenactors? Well, I think it might have actually been a woman, I'm not sure, like an aristocrat. It was an aristocrat either way, so rich folks. Doing rich folks
That's my
stuff,
favorite
yeah?
Gender.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
my favorite gender, aristocrat.
And you can go there today, and then there's like reenactors there, and that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm like, honestly,
That's pretty cool.
I want to go
That's
there
pretty
for sure.
cool. Yeah, no, that's pretty neat. I quite like that. I'm trying to deal with my tax waste, by the way, and it's not working.
Have you considered changing your bureaucrat law?
Oh, that's actually probably a good idea.
So it's a
yeah.
minor law anyway, so the landowners shouldn't be too mad about it, right? But it's it does help a lot, yeah.
I'll change that. Oh yeah, plus 25. Yeah, sure. No, that seems like a good idea. I'll work on that next. I'm doing private schools right now, because my people they need education.
See, that's crazy. They already can read. My people are like, huh?
They can.
Reading?
The people there are very literate.
Yeah.
I love looking in the ledger and being like, what the fuck is going on over here? Because sometimes you just find the weirdest shit. I've noticed... Okay, wait, is it happening again? Is it happening? Are you colonizing this? They're not. Okay. I've noticed this weird thing where Ngati Toa, who is this like ooh, I get empiricism. Very nice. But I've noticed that in New Zealand, they'll like leave one little like tile uncolonized for some reason.
Oh, right.
I don't know why they've done that, but
it's the Alaska problem. Yeah. Unlucky.
Yeah, they start starving though is the thing, and then the population decreases, and they don't want to colonize it for some reason, so they just sort of leave them there. And I was looking in my game I was playing the other day, and I was like, what's going on with this standard of living? And the standard of living was 1 here, and they were all starving. There was 25 of them left, and the only place that was comparable was Hellbremen, which is Bremen, but it's stuck in a permanent civil war between communists and anarchists. Neither of them have enough population to make troops to invade the other. And then eventually the anarchist Bremen got also overthrown by positivist Bremen. So good for them, I guess. But like there was an infinite civil war. Everyone was starving. Everyone was dying. And it was just like hell on earth for Bremen.
Crap.
Yeah, where would you rather live, Hellbremen or 25 starving New Zealanders?
I don't want to live in Bremen, so I'm gonna opt for New Zealand. That's fine. I'll make that work somehow.
No, I think that's what people sort of agreed on, is they were like, you know what, I'd rather live in I'd rather starve in New Zealand than live in Hellbremen.
Exactly right, yeah. If I die,
no,
I die.
But, yeah. Oh, what the hell? Prussia is invading Austria. Bro, you don't even have the rest of Schleswig-Holstein. What are you doing? German leadership.
No, let me double check. No, okay. Untrustworthy country. Oh, because they ended the Holy Alliance early. So they got that modifier. Are we using any mods in this run? We are not. And not even using the beautiful map mod. I didn't make Lady Saffron use any of that. I'm sorry.
I actually have the paper like one from signing up, for the newsletter.
Oh yeah, it's the best vanilla one.
I really like it.
Yeah.
It looks so good. The one thing that I noticed though, I was on like the forums and I saw this pointed out. For some reason, North Pacific Ocean is not in all caps, even though every other major ocean is.
Oh yeah.
Like South Pacific Ocean, North Atlantic Ocean, North Pacific Ocean. What happened here? Why is it like that?
Paradox QA, what the hell? What the hell?
Paradox, what the fuck?
What the hell, I need boats. I don't have boats. That's not good.
Anarchist and communist Bremen having a famine is so fitting you can't make it up. Yeah, no, it was like there were so many easy jokes to be made there. I was like, I won't do it. I won't do it. It's too easy. And the people of Bremen, meanwhile, they're suffering so bad. Won't somebody think of the poor people of Bremen?
What is the objective of this duo run? Is your partner as familiar to Victooooooria? So Lady Saffron is actually, we did a ranking, we did a tournament internally between content creators. She is the single most well-versed content creator in Victooooooria 3. We're just playing, and we're kind of like playing unrecognized nations. You know, just to talk about period tracking, horses. What else is there? Board games, classic stuff, classic Victooooria 3 stuff.
Oh, actually, man, my air also sucks. I wish I could get. Can I get like a good air, please?
Oh, an air. I was like, you got pollution? What's wrong? What's going on over there? All right, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense.
I advocate him. He's hated.
Are you excited about the next big DLC, the Austrian one? I am excited, unironically, I'm not even joking, for every single Victooooria 3 DLC. I think there's so much more that can go into the game.
Chat, do I abdicate the throne? Oh, what the hell? Seaboy Mutiny, yo! Oh, I learned something beautiful the other day. I was playing with Loris, actually. And, look at what... So when Bengal rebels, look at what the state name for the state Bengal has is called.
Popo Bongo, what the hell is that?
Turbo Bongo. It's apparently how you say East Bengal in Bengali.
Oh,
Turbo Bongo.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
Turbo Bongo.
Oh.
It's such a beautiful, like, I kind of love it. I kind of love that name. It's a thing of beauty.
Oh my god, I forgot that I have slaves. I didn't realize this. You're telling me now for the first time. Okay.
He forgot. Oh god, we have slaves? Oh, somebody do something about this.
I got one of those events where the slaves are running away, staging a rebellion. It's like, who? What?
Huh?
Let me take a look. How many do I have? I got, Jesus, 13.5% of slaves. Okay, well. It's unlucky to be you, man. That really, it sounds like it would suck.
Ah, no, that's not very fun. I think I'm gonna abdicate my ruler because he's hated. Actually, no, because he's... Is it better to keep him because he's hated and he's in the landowners?
I would recommend that. Are you already on the timer?
The timer?
In the journal entry?
Oh, the earning recognition?
Yeah. No.
I already have that taken
So that one is...
No, I don't.
No, I mean the... Wait, you don't have the...
Yeah.
Jesus, really?
I don't have honorable restoration yet because my legitimacy is low.
Oh, it's legitimacy. So whatever you do, just go for that. But the next heir is not going to change legitimacy. So like, you know, it's not gonna benefit you. Because once you have that, they just get replaced, right? So getting rid of them now, it doesn't really matter. It's not that important.
All right. Yeah, I'm just working on getting private schools. Private schools, please. Give me private schools. I want private schools. Oh, actually, let me get prestige. Prestige is good.
Oh, no.
Can you demand he abolish slavery?
Can I... Hey, France, do you like me? Oh, hell yeah, brother. I'm selling you my country. Let's go. You don't need to vassal. Who the hell is this guy? Is he a bourbon? Oh, the bourbon's on the throne. Okay.
I don't know what they're doing over there. Oh, is it good to get investment rights from other countries, like in your country, if you're trying to build up your economy?
The answer, and so who the hell is this guy? Sure. The answer is that obviously that is going to have negatives, right? Oh, you know what? Can you give me money, buddy?
Hello,
oh
the Ainu? Why are the Ainu fighting me?
Makes a lot more sense.
Okay.
Well, why are you colonizing them? What's up with that, huh?
That's fair.
Come on, can't even owe me an obligation.
Now, let me try and get the British to maybe invest in me a little bit.
So you want to do this, but and it's gonna be really good, especially if you are as big as you are, where there's just like a lot of potential in your country, right? The reality of it is though that eventually you want to kick them out because all the benefits are flowing away.
Nationalize them. Ooh,
I'll be back in like 5 minutes. 1 moment.
Okay. Oh my god.
They can still hear you on the stream, by the way, so please feel free to entertain OPB chat.
Perfect. I've just noticed that, so, my guys, they're on an island, like my army, but they keep, it keeps flickering between, are they actually on an island or what? What is this? Anti-Ching... What? I hate you, the Shogunate. Can you stop it? Stop hating... stop hating, man. Hashtag stop hating. Everyone's a hater. Did the South win? Yes, they did, and I don't really know what to make of that. There wasn't really a war, it just sort of ended. But now they're just sort of chilling. I hope they get like one of a revolt, like labor movement or the Afro-American national movement. That would be cool. That'd be really cool. The Confederate Cuban Society. This may be the worst timeline. Also, the US is still conquering West. What the fuck? Oh, and come on, man. And now I'm at war with the Ainu. Great, great. We love to see it. We love to see it. Such a sad-looking USA. It's kind of pathetic. It's kind of pathetic, I have to say. There's nothing there. It's awful. I'm almost done with the Ainu though, so that's nice. I got one, last tile, I think. Look at this! My goods transfers are being contravened. No! Not my weird trade agreements that make no sense. Confederacy without Texas is weird? It is. It's because they got it after. Because Texas was actually independent of all things. So that's weird. Very fucked up. But hopefully they'll connect it through Mexico. Hopefully they actually take the right states.
I'm holding 2 children, so I can't type.
Ooh, they're taking Baja California.
Yeah, I fucking solved it. I solved it.
Okay, it looks like they're taking everything. That's good.
I solved it. I solved it.
Very exciting. We're gonna have weird American stuff going over here. I could make a better USA, but I would be playing the update without the DLC. Oh well. Actually, you know what I played? I played Hail Columbia recently, and it was so fun. I would highly recommend playing Hail Columbia if you want to play the US. It's actually just a whole different game, and it's so much better. The base game USA kind of sucks. It's kind of lame, but that version is so much more fun. I love the Hail Columbia mod version. I think I might honestly play it again just on my own time, just because it does seem quite cool still. Let's see. Can I get
Oh,
what's
where's
expensive?
My chat?
Oh, I'm spending so much money on paper. I need more stuff.
Classic East Asian problem right there.
Yeah. Well, it's because we building our fucking buildings out of it too. I imagine.
Oh,
we're using a lot
oh my
more.
God! Peru-Bolivia formed.
Yeah, but
what
it's
the hell
ugly.
is this?
I know, it's so fucked up.
Wait, why is there a line? Oh, it's a fake line. This is not a real line. It kept all the lines between the countries. What?
What?
For me, it kept all the... there's black lines where countries used to be.
I don't see that. That's
Alright,
really weird.
well. I'm not gonna look at that region anymore. Jesus.
Why do I have salt? Okay. Let me not do this then.
No, only these. Jesus.
Alright, I'm building up my stuff just generally. I think Chugoku might be the best province I have. Oh, why are you like this, man? Come on. I just want to enact private schools. I'm just a simple guy. I just want private schools.
Oh, France still hasn't made a power block. If they don't form an empire, I actually want to join them for sure, I think.
Yeah. No, that would probably be wise. But they're doing their bourbon stuff, so they might just chill. Oh, we do.
Just sitting around, doing nothing. Did Prussia lose? I think
Yeah.
Prussia lost, surely. I think so.
They didn't lose. Oh wait, hold on. We can check. Is Lubeck? Because they wanted to change Lubeck's government. Lubeck is still a free city, so they might have actually won.
Probably just a stalemate.
Man, it sure would be cool if you could actually look at like Germany stuff from outside and see what's happening.
Seeing journal entries in other countries, you're being insane. That is... What?
Fucked up. Apparently I heard that they moved nation formation, but
they are lying. They actually lied about this. That was the first thing I checked when I started the game, and
like,
they did not
I don't know
move
what
it.
you guys are talking about. It is not in diplomacy. What are you actually talking about?
It's still under journals. I don't know why they're lying, you know? You tell me, like, what's going on?
Yeah, what? Oh, and the US is doing weird shit right now. They're gonna take Baja California, too.
Oh, that's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I was... So, okay. The US in this game, for all the insane stuff that they do in Mexico, I think they're not doing enough, okay? I used to be of the other opinion. I was like, just give him the historical border and call it a day. I disagree now. After I learned about, whatchamacallit, that it's a different thing now. They do it in Congress. They're like, oh, I'm talking, so you can't vote. Yes. After I learned about filibustering, I was like, I need more of that. I need to be able to send out adventures.
There needs to be adventures. Actually, speaking of sending out adventures, the Africa DLC that I have been proposing, I think it's a start with letting companies like colonize and become countries, but I think it needs to go further because you need to have like, what the hell is going on over here? Why is Cecil Rhodes setting up shit in Zimbabwe? What are you doing, man? Like, you need to have the your own industries and stuff, which is being like, oh, we're colonizing Ethiopia now, and it's like, I didn't want that. Can you stop? You
and that's the thing as well. Like for Germany in particular, Germany was basically pushed in by industrialists being like, but I'm already trading with them. You gotta protect me. You gotta why are you not protecting me? And so they started their own lobby to be pro-colonization at the time. I agree. I totally agree. They need to change that massively so that we can be forced into having colonies. Where it's like now I'm paying for this as well. What?
The Moral International has formed. It's an ideological union. No, it's the US.
Oh, France still doesn't have one. Jesus, okay.
A Moral International.
This is true.
So fucked up.
The United States of America are the only moral country on Earth.
Oh yeah,
slavery banned.
I did some fucked up shit with John Brown. Who do you know John Brown?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so, firstly, so I was playing Hail Columbia, and in my game, the caning of Charles Sumner happened, except it wasn't Charles Sumner, it was Ulysses S. Grant.
Ah, Jesus.
And the guy who caned him was Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederacy.
Right.
So that was kind of weird. That was pretty fucking weird. But then, after I won the war, I decided, you know what, I have John Brown. Let me send him to find the source of the Nile. And then I did, and he went to East Africa, and he found it.
Honestly, it sounds like a successful guy. Like...
Yeah. Bro was out adventuring.
Alright, I need to get lucky here. You get a little bit lucky. Just a little bit lucky. People here wouldn't intervene in my war, come on.
I noticed that Britain now actually takes Hong Kong instead of Suzhou. Because they had been taking Suzhou for some reason. Which, come on, man. Don't forget Democrat Abraham Lincoln. Oh yeah, I had a party swap happen. I had, in the Republican Party, I had Andrew Johnson, who was the president after Lincoln, and I had Buchanan, who was the president before Lincoln. They were Democrats, and then they were Republicans. And then in the Democrat Party, I had Fremont, John C. Fremont, who was the first Republican nominee historically. I had Abraham Lincoln, and I had John Brown. And then Abraham Lincoln went and formed his own party. That was weird. I don't know why he did that.
Oh, it's looking good. folks. I hope I can win this fight. What kind of troops do they have? They got garbage. We will win this. Vietnam will grow.
Chat, we win these. Hopefully I can win these private schools.
I don't think I'm gonna win these. We're gonna see what I'm gonna win these.
Surely. Law debate failed, -10%. Just want my private schools, man. I remember at the end again. Yeah, we did have a two-party state, but it was Republicans and socialists, which honestly, I think that might be the better timeline. Because the Republicans were the woke party. They were cool. They were getting like, or well, no, they were doing horrible things, but different horrible things. I also had President Jay Gould. That was pretty cool.
What flag is
there are a lot of really cool people in Hail Columbia. Yeah, I think you said you were gonna play it.
Yeah, I gotta play that for sure.
It's so good. It's really fun. I don't know. Are there other countries that have content in that? Like, is there Confederate content? Is there Texas content?
So I don't think there's Canada content in there. At least
tragic.
At least I don't think so.
Canada exists is smaller, so there's that, I guess.
Jesus.
They shrunk Canada down to its bare minimum.
Way to be rude. What the hell?
President Eugene V. Debs.
My one issue with Hail Columbia is that the Vic-3 party system is a mess overall, and Hail Columbia trying to force a dynamic democratic Republican means some elections only have one party running.
Yeah. No, it does. That is a problem I've noticed. It does sort of, and I just noticed that it gets backwards a lot. Like the abolitionists are kind of divided in a weird way that it like, because it's not based on the parties were effectively abolitionists versus, for slavery after the Compromise of 1850. So, it's like, okay, well, why the hell is John C. Fremont in the Democratic Party? Well, because he's in the military. He's in the Armed Forces interest group. It's like, okay, that's weird. Why is that like that? Should try Mandate of Heaven or Gates of the Bosphorus as well. I want to find more of these regional flavor mods because they do seem really fun. I am kind of excited about that. Oh, British Raj now. Rip. Let's see, what do you have? Ooh, caste system codified. Don't like that. Don't like that. Everyone supports it. That's weird. Why do all of the Indian IGs support the caste system?
Do they?
Even they do. It's so strange.
It must be. Which one isn't? Which one is it? Enclavist? Malthusian. Which one? Oh, the industrialists actually straight up don't care about it, huh?
Huh.
Patriotic. I thought it might have been like changed. Jesus, when did they? I didn't even realize this. They added flavor text to this. The government of India refers to European colonial administration tasked with advancing the interests of the British Crown in India. The Indian IGs have flavor text on the bottom? I had no idea. Huh.
Oh, interesting. Oh, presidency armies. Interesting.
I think that's the first time that I've seen that.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah. Actually, I think, you know what I think you might be interested in if you like Victooooooria 3? There's this book series, and my chat is going to be angry at me because I bring this book series up every, 2 days. But there's this book series called Baru Cormorant, or actually, it's technically called The Masquerade, but everyone just calls it Baru Cormorant. It's about this woman who's sort of like an indigenous islander type sort of person, just sort of living in the, her corner of the world, when all of a sudden this empire, this egalitarian but also eugenicist, trade focused empire shows up on the borders and takes over through economic stuff.
Yeah.
I think you would be really interested in it because sort of the main mechanical loop of the story is that she's an accountant. So it's a fantasy story where she's like the way she's manipulating the world isn't by having magic powers or something, but by finding financial crimes and tax fraud and shit and using that to her advantage. And it's actually so good. It's incredible what they managed to do with it because it is actually just it's such a fun, like, oh, it's not fun. It's kind of very sad in places and tragic, but it's a very well done book. And it's by an author I really like, Seth Dickinson, who has a bunch of. I actually have. Okay, I got the audiobook again from the library because I want to listen to it again because it's really good. But I would highly recommend it.
Chad, what the hell? They just Brunei just sorry, Brunei actually just they fought my invasion of once.
Fuck?
I sent the second one and they were like, I'm gonna sit this one out. They just didn't show up.
I see you've appeared to have conquered, yeah. But yeah, anyway, I think you would like Brunei. My chat, I've been sort of getting my chat to read it by being like, guys, you gotta read it. It's so good. But no, it's really good. It's such an interesting setting as well because, like, it really deals with a lot of like colonialism stuff
A military
in a very abstract. Oh, what the fuck, France, what the hell? What are you doing, man?
They are investing in me, so I'm not gonna say anything. That's fine. Keep it up. I'm proud of you.
France doing some weird shit, man. Do you like the other lesbian space atrocities books, Saf? Some of them.
How many of them are there?
You'd be surprised. I'm not the biggest fan of the space atrocity ones. I'm more a fan of the, like, historical atrocities. It's just, I don't know. I'm not much of a sci-fi person. I like it in certain, like, you know, situations and like, particular things, but I generally no. Oh, what is this? Can I just get private schools, man? It's at 54%. Huh? America? Hello?
What are they doing? Oh, they just didn't take it? Huh.
They didn't take anything. They just said, sorry, we're good.
That's unfortunate. Alright.
I could use a good book. Haven't read in forever. This isn't young adult fiction, right? No, it is not young adult. It is very much not young adult. It is, I'd say, it's a bit older than that, I would say. But it's very good. It's very good. And there's 3 books of it so far, and the author is working on a 4th, he says. But he's doing that, you know that thing that authors do where they're like, no, I wrote the whole thing out, but I don't like it, so I'm gonna rewrite the whole thing. I'll see you in like a couple years. He's doing that. So, we're waiting patiently. But, come on, Seth Dickinson, I need the book. Give me the book. And then... Oh, actually, I don't know, are you up to date on the Subnautica stuff?
I have seen people being very angry about it. That is about my state of knowledge.
The funniest part of it all is that apparently for the writing of the game, they actually hired Seth Dickinson as a writer.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know what that means. There might be, you know, lesbian war criminals in it. Who's to say? But I hope the best for his stuff, because I'm really curious to see what he has to do in such a setting. Because I think he's a pretty good writer. Good, because everything in bookstores that gets pointed out these days seems to be for teenage girls. Yeah. Tis the era of the book talk, unfortunately. And nothing against things, you know, oriented towards teenage girls, because they deserve the world. It's very hard to be a teenage girl as a former teenage girl. But yeah, it does kind of suck how it's taken over all of the book spaces. But actually, I have to go back to reading fiction or nonfiction at some point, because I have a bunch of things on my reading list I wanna get to. Ironically, a lot of them are stuff that I have already read, but not very well. Like, you know, things I had to read for, like, essays, and it's like, I want to go back now that I don't have a time limit, and, like, just, you know, fully understand what they're actually saying instead of just, like, you know, bare minimum understanding it. Yeah.
Where the hell is all my... Did I just kill all the popular... Oh, they're all in the stupid gold mines. Of course they are.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, okay.
I think this private schools thing is never happening, unfortunately.
You're still
I'm giving up.
passing that?
I'm still trying. It's just not working. I'm gonna give up on that. I think I'll try
no.
something else.
I don't think that one is urgent.
It's not. It's not. It's just not gonna happen,
money,
I don't think. Let me try another one. I'm gonna pass. Let me get... Yeah, appointed bureaucrat, 6% chance of not happening. Please give me that. Please. I do appreciate that Book Talk is getting people to read during a time when people are reading less. That is fair. People are reading less, so it is good that they're reading something. I just wish that they would, you know... I guess the other thing is I wish that it was higher quality, because a lot of those kinds of books are kind of poorly written, unfortunately. And also poorly described. They'll just be like, it's enemies to lovers. It's you know, it's I don't know. They'll just like say tags, like fanfic tags, and it's like, I don't know anything about this though. What are you talking about?
I get that. I feel like it's just that like when I was growing up, books are also like pretty bad. I think the majority of stuff you can read just is like kind of like it's like it's a wash. You know, it's people are trying to make money. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and Egypt, the third Ottoman-Egyptian war is happening. This time, I don't think there are any outside powers. It's just them.
Yeah,
So-
the Ottomans should win this, but maybe not. It looks like a stalemate.
I hope they do. I hope the Ottomans win everything.
Oh man. Ay. How nice. Playing Victoria 3 without it crashing. It's an incredible experience.
Yeah.
Didn't know it was possible.
It's not evil. Ooh. And Kabul has mostly unified Afghanistan. That's pretty neat. Good for them, I guess. What else is going on in the world? Not a whole lot. Oh, I noticed the Treaty of London didn't fire. I don't know what like the trigger is for that, but I noticed it sometimes doesn't.
So,
yeah, they still
so
have
they
a
can
little
walk
bit of
away.
Luxembourg.
They can walk away from it basically, but
Oh, okay.
that would give them a negative. Maybe they just couldn't settle on anything. I'm not. Oh, you know what? Actually, it might have been. No. Okay, I'm actually wrong. I was playing multiplayer, and a player actually walked away from the Conference of London. Oh no, that totally happened. They can do that when they don't like the result, and then all of the major powers that voted in favor of that result start disliking them. The Netherlands, I hated. France, they're all very negative towards the Netherlands. So I think Netherlands got like a result that they really didn't like, and they were like, okay, I'm gonna call it a day. See you guys later.
Man.
Rivalry with the Great Sheng. Am I stupid? What? Alright, well, Great Sheng, don't talk to me. Yeah.
Where is my rivalries then? Can I not do rivalries? It's not allowed? Oh, diplomatic actions. No, I'm just dumb.
I can make you into a rival if you want.
I'm good.
Teach you a lesson. Oh, you know what? Now I gotta check. Did Britain keep that treaty with Transvaal? They did! Oh no, they actually fixed it. The anti-cheese. Oh, because it's still 9 years. Okay, in 9 years, I'm gonna do the cheese. I need money.
Oh, and what is this? Ishak Protectorate. Oh, the British, they're going after Somaliland. No!
The London Conference is a mess. No, okay, so the London Conference is actually an extreme mess because it can happen, and I've done this. I was like, I'm gonna do a run. You know, basically, I did a disaster save recently where Haiti didn't have any industry. They were just, they owned the world. They just were in like ownership buildings. And I was like, I want to do this as Luxembourg. It sounds fun. And I rolled it up. I started it. I recorded like the first 4 minutes, you know, just intro, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And then I just got annexed because the London Conference settled on Belgium annexing me. So there's nothing you can do. You don't even get an event. It's just, it's over. I can't say that it's one of my favorite mechanics. It's not that great. Not that big a fan.
Yeah,
Oh,
unfortunately.
the hell, is my game crashing? Oh, I'm back. Okay. What was that?
Okay. Sometimes these things, they happen.
Alright, well.
Oh yeah, my friend was complaining because she played some Victoria on stream and her game like desynced, and it was like, okay, well the file is located in real, you know, files.appdata-real name, you know, real full name. So that was cool. And I'm like, yeah, so the only way to go to deal with that is you have to make another account on your computer.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't do that. Because I think that's a really stupid fucking mechanic in the way that like the saves work. Like, come on. If your game's gonna crash, it shouldn't say the whole file path.
No, I think
why
that is,
does it
you gotta
need to
live
do
risky. Sometimes you gotta just, see what happens.
On the edge.
Yeah, exactly. We need that kind of energy,
Let me update my production methods, because I think I'm kind of behind the times, and now I don't have any lead. That's nice. Ooh, I'll do that. The Kyoto modernization movement. Oh, I think I will. Yes, please. Embargo Russia. Oh, and I can get new tech. Hell yeah. Let me get, like, mechanical tools, please. I would like to have, anything. And then, can I get out of this awful, like, treaty with Qing where I just give them lead? I'm just gonna withdraw early.
Wow.
I don't care. I don't want to give them all my lead.
Let me ask you this. You're ranking dev diaries in EU5. I'm not reading any dev diaries in EU5. What's the opinion? What's the judgment call here?
I'm excited. I'm a little worried. Because there's a lot of areas where I'm kind of like, I don't think this works very well. I don't trust this. Yeah. Or there's areas where I think it's really like they could do something. There's so much potential there, but they've just not done anything. For example, I'm really disappointed with South Africa.
Okay.
I think that there's a lot they could have done there, and it's just sort of empty, and it's like, come on, guys. Really? Nothing?
Like the peoples, the stateless content, or where are you coming from there?
Yeah, like there's just so few tags. And the tags that are there are just like, really, that one? Like there's, for example, Kitara, which is in Rwanda, or like the Interlacustrine region. That arguably didn't even exist. Like that wasn't even a country, and that's the country you choose? Not like any of the actual countries that we have historical evidence for, really? So, I don't know, I'm a little annoyed by that. But also it's just like, it's so bare bones. Like it feels like there should be like 10 times more, stateless societies, and also like just more tags, I think, as well. There should be more tags. So I'm a little disappointed about that. My foresight says DLC. I don't know about that, because it's like, it seems like they should just have countries exist.
Listen, I'm gonna, what do they say? What does the youth say today? I'm gonna red pill, okay? I'm gonna black pill. I'm gonna tell you this outright. Trust me when I tell you this. This is true. I would never lie to you, okay? Also, do gamble. You will get it twisted and you will win big. No, let me tell you one thing, okay? They will never plan where it's like, oh, and this is just gonna be DLC. If they could, they would make like a game that has everything, and then you can still make DLC for this.
Yeah.
When you don't see something in a game, in my experience, after spending a lot of time in the Paradox ecosphere and talking a lot to developers and so on, it's because they just didn't have the time or manpower to put it in. It's never because they're like, that's gonna be a good payment plan. If that was the case, man, we would get way better games, I can tell you that. Because that would mean Paradox would be mega rich. They would be like working ahead. Yeah. No. Things go wrong all the time because they can't.
I don't pay for the DLC. I don't pay for the DLC. If they want to add it, I'm fine with that.
Well, that is also true. That is not incorrect.
Yeah. No, I think that is the case. Like they've gotta ship something eventually.
Yeah, that's exactly the problem, right? At the end of the day, it's like, this is like an office job where you go in and you have to deliver a project, right? And sometimes the project goes poorly. When something sucks, it's probably because the project didn't go that well. It's not because they were like, we can do that later.
We're gonna be evil and malicious.
See, what I will say about EU5, and I'm really looking forward, I've said this so often, but it's just like, man, I want to come back to the EU period. It's such a great period. It's so amazing.
It's such an interesting period. It's really an
so
axial
good.
period.
And like on a global scale, basically.
So
I want to play
much.
in so many different regions, and I just don't like EU4, so this is perfect for me. But it's just like so many of the mechanics, even the ones that I find really cool, I'm like, man, how are you going to balance that for like 500 years? I'll believe it when I see it. I want to play it like crazy. I'm super hyped for it, but it's also like, that's not easy to balance. That's a tough one.
I think you're right. I think so. I'm also a little worried about the ways that they're integrating like other stuff, I guess. Like from other games. Like there's a lot of obvious inspiration from Victooooooria and like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it might not fit very well. Like I think it's cool that they have all this economic stuff, but I don't know if you need that level of granularity in a politics game, like as opposed to an economics game. And I don't know if that's purely like necessary and if it will maybe like cause issues.
I really like the idea of it. I'm like, trade is so important. It's so cool to look at, and it's kind of like you always was going into that direction, right? It's just that, man, like I remember this, and because obviously like things get rebalanced. Who cares, right? Like whatever goes wrong, and you can fix it during development later. But I watched a couple of the videos of the people that played it, and they were like, oh yeah, it's just like the loop, like the basically the production loop, which is all of the economy. It's just, if you have cheap material of this and that, then you're going to be off the wall, you're going to be super powerful, and it's all done. If you don't have that, you're just going to be behind permanently, and it's just like, man, I don't want to have to, like, I wouldn't want to be the dev that has to balance for that stuff, because I kind of like the complexity, but, you know, on like on a thematical point of view.
Oh, it's
like,
gonna
man,
filter a lot of people out, I think.
Oh, yeah.
As well, because people are, like, EU4 is already complicated enough.
Here's a controversial question, okay? How do you feel about a game? Because like all games automate some stuff. How do you feel about a game like EU5 that says we expect you to automate like a ton of the game, but it's not like actually designed to be automated, right? You could do it manually. How do you feel about that?
I think automation is okay, honestly. I don't think, like, I think that, at least for, like, EU4, it appeals to the power fantasy of, like, you know, ruling a big empire.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily as much about, like, you know, the micromanaging aspect of it. I think that's there, and I think that's cool and all, but I think the sort of narrative of the game is a grand strategy game, not a micro, you know, management game. And if automation like allows for that, like if it encourages that sort of like narrative, that was in my like Dev Diary ranking stream. That's one of the things I keep bringing up a lot is narrative. I think that like does a certain set of mechanics, does it encourage a particular like historical narrative? Does it like, you know, does this track with like a rise of empire or like a, you know, a declining society or a fractious period or that kind of thing? Yeah. You know, how does it work with that? And I think certain, you know, certain mechanics can encourage that kind of storytelling. And if automation, you know, if the mechanic doesn't necessarily contribute to that, like if it's kind of irrelevant, then I don't see a reason, you know, if I can just not engage with it and it doesn't really impact the narrative of the playthrough, then yeah, I don't care.
See, I actually, so I totally get where you're coming from, but I have a way like harsher opinion on this. Not because ultimately they're designing a really complex game and that's how they're marketing and how they're putting it out there as well. It makes perfect sense that there's incredibly complex stuff in there. But in my opinion, if you expect that this or that is going to be in like 95% of playthroughs, it's going to be automated, it shouldn't even be like, it shouldn't be a mechanic that can be manual. It should just be the way that trade, for example, now is in Victooooooria 3, right? When they changed the investment in Victooooooria 3, for example, as well, what they did, and I was super against it at the time, and then they just deleted it because it was stupid. They gave a game rule where they were like, you can keep all of your investment in your hands. So instead of your capitalists do some and you do some, you can do all of this, including with the money of the capitalists. Because people were obviously like, but I'm used to this. But the reality of it was, just a couple patches later, they went, the whole game is now designed with the idea that the capitalists are autonomous because it adds like all the depth and all that stuff. I'm like, it was stupid in the first place to leave that option there. And all I'm saying is they only have a limited amount of team. They have a limited amount of time. I don't know. I don't know the mechanics that I'm never going to look at twice because I will automate it. Because, for example, trade in EU5, from what I hear, is just there's so much that you would have to do it, you know, fully manually to manage this. I'm like, that should probably just be completely autonomous, no questions asked. Like, no, because now you have to have a UI, you have to develop certain bugs, you know, like what is going on there, if the player does this or that, does he crash something, what is happening in this direction? That's a lot of work.
When you're thinking about sort of the time investment, it does, I think, make more sense to focus on the things that, like, people are actually going to interact with and not just, like, you know, the random shit that will never come up.
I get the idealism from being like, I want everything to be a visible cog that turns, and then you see it and you're like, whoa, right? But it's also like,
But if it makes everything else worse, like...
There's so much else that you can be working on. That is one of my biggest, like, concerns that I have, because I played, and I don't even want to shit talk it. I love video games, okay? It's true. Who could have told?
No,
Distant Worlds 2,
say it
right?
ain't so.
Distant Worlds 2 does that stuff as well. And honestly, it kind of sucks. Because then you just kind of sit there and you're like, well, I guess I'll just like fast forward until my decision comes up. Because all the other decisions are made by the computer right now. It's like, I feel like you could have developed other systems that would be interesting for me right now, rather than systems that if I'm 500 hours deep, I might make manual. That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's a limited amount of time, and you gotta make choices what you do with it.
I do think, though, with the automation stuff, it needs to be done very, very well, because I think, honestly, like, when people were complaining about capitalists, you know, investing in stuff, I think the complaints, in part, it was like, I'm used to having a different level of control than this game gives me. But I think also part of it is, it's like, actually, the game is making bad decisions, and I want to make a better decision. Like, I can clearly see, you know, like, there's, okay, loud-ass car outside, but, they disagree with me. But, like, if the game is making bad decisions, then it's like, if I want to correct it, I should have a way to correct it. I think that's what it's sort of speaking to.
I agree, like some high level lever, right? It, like a lever that allows you to, for example, set like the basic direction, the basic policy of something.
Yeah.
I agree, like there have to be visible levers for this, and I think Victooooooria 3 has some. You know, I'm gonna take the other stance. I'm gonna be like, I think most people that were complaining kind of just sucked at the game and were used to a meta, and were like, I don't want to have to rethink it, please. But I get what you're saying.
Unfortunately, maybe a little bit.
It's one of those things as well. If you ever have that system in the game where you can do it manually, right, and then you remove it, it's always gonna feel bad. People will always be like, but wait, I was able to influence this. What the hell happened? It's just one of those things. Like even Victooooooria 3, it's also true, right? They reworked so many systems already, and God bless them for it. It's significantly better in what they reworked. But it's like, imagine if you didn't have to rework that though, and it just was that way, right? I don't know, for me it's really like one of those considerations where when developing games as a fan, I have very clear vision of what I want and what would be good, or what might feel good from my perspective, what the focus is, what I want to see. And it's very easy to forget kind of that at the end of the day, they have a budget for this project, and then you're going to go into the office, you're going to work on that project, and at some point it's going to be like, hey, we have to release this, right? And every time I see a system where I'm like, by the way, you can automate this and never look at it again, I'm like, then why is it here? Like, that's so much time, man.
You dedicated all this time and for nothing, you know, for something that nobody's going to interact with because it's not fun.
Yeah.
I think that's also, okay, that's actually one of my major critiques of a lot of the more modern, like, design philosophy and sort of the move away from board game style games is, I think the simulation style games are great, and a lot of times they are really fun, but I think, you know, the reason people like board games are because they're fun, not because they accurately simulate the world, you know. And in that light, I think it's like, okay, well, is this a fun system? Does this system make the game more interesting to play? Or is it like, you know, like does it work, I guess? You know, does it make sense? Is it fun in the narrative of the game? Does it fit? And if it doesn't, it's like, okay, I don't care if it's like I don't care if it's like a cool, you know, simulation thing. I want it to be good. I
Yeah,
want
that's...
it to be fun.
I've really come around on this exact angle, where it's like CK3 does a lot of things, right? Where I look at it and I'm like, I really wish this was more systemic. Like, you know, this connected a little bit more closely, and maybe the entire thing about like the way societies interact with one another at the periphery, and then you get sissy. I'm like, I wish there was more systemic content, but then I'm like, honestly, like, I gotta give it to them. If something breaks in CK3, like, oh no, clan governments are too powerful, I don't care if I play in Ireland. It doesn't matter to me. Like, there's no ripple effect. You know, you can't break the game with something like this. Whereas in Victooooooria 3, it's like, by the way, France is extremely powerful, and nothing will ever happen in Europe, because France will just sit there and beat everybody up if they do anything. It's like, all of a sudden,
yeah,
we have everything
kind of
different. Yeah.
That kind of everything revolves around them, and that's kind of a much bigger issue, I feel. Yeah.
When they have systems, I really like it from a historical point of view, but mechanically speaking, it's like hell to implement, and then simultaneously, good luck maintaining that. EU5, I think I'm gonna really love that game, but I also think that is tough to pull off in the way that EU4 players need.
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's entirely fair. I don't know. I'm excited. I haven't played it. I think, you know, I'm probably one of the few creators that's like, you know, in with Paradox that haven't played it, because I don't make videos. And they were basically like,
on the
yeah,
dev
it's not
diaries,
really streamable. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just like
videos in general. Gotcha.
Yeah. I think I'm probably one of the people that has perhaps the least actual hands-on experience of all of the sort of
the
you know,
EU4.
main, like,
yeah
of like the other creators. And that's by choice. That's because I was like, I will wait until I can stream it. I'm fine waiting. I don't feel like a need to jump in, you know, especially if it's unfinished, and if you want to work more on it. I want my first you know, impression of it to be like, you know, peak, exactly what you guys want to show
You can get
me.
burnout like that, like crazy early on. It's you know, when you're playing like the, I don't know when, I'm assuming you haven't done it, but doing tutorials for games and for DLC on the Paradox channel before that stuff comes out, it can be really awful. I said it as well, right, for this update. Man, the pre-release version for us influencers, I couldn't tell you whether that was a good DLC, because it's just, I don't know, half of the stuff was working. It came out really well. They got the curve there, but it's like, man, I don't know. Where is this headed?
Yeah. No, pretty much. I think so. It does really suck when you have to. That's the nice thing, is that once the thing is out, I can be like, oh, finally, I can look stuff up.
Yeah.
And figure out how other people are doing this. Oh, phew! I don't have to like theory craft it myself from the code. I remember when when the new, or not the new one, but the last CK3 DLC came out with the adventurers.
Yeah.
They added all of those cool, like, historical people that pop up, and you can just switch to them, which nobody does.
Nobody does. But it's, you know, it's there. Cool. Okay.
It's cool. It's
there.
It's cool it's there. Nobody does it, but it's cool it's there. But I was like, oh, I'm so curious. Who's there? Not on the wikis, not anywhere I can find. You know, I have to go through the, like, list and be like, okay, so they have, let's get into the files. Sahi, you know, what Jewish characters can I play? 2? Okay, that's cool. That's great.
That's they just added that. I think that was one of those features that they make, you know, because they have personal development time where they can just sit down and do whatever they want to do. Like once a week, and I think that was one of those features. I think the game director did that. I think Altner did that.
That's nice. I'm glad that there's like that kind of thing where people are just like, yeah, let's you know, do some cool stuff.
Oh yeah, it's super interesting, like how they do that in general. I think basically, honestly, that meme where it's like, I got hired by a company to fix one thing and then I left. You could do that. I think you can probably do that. You're just like, all right, personal development time. See you guys later. I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's my thing. I just wanted, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to learn how to code and then just add all of my, like, you know, to spend like a whole year adding Jewish content to every game and then leave.
Just put that in there.
Like, by the way, okay, I'm gonna leave, but I made you this nice little DLC if you wanna, you know, release.
Austria and Prussia going at it again.
Oh, again? Oh my God, what is happening in Bavaria?
Let's see how they. You know, they're just hanging out. Oh, Bavaria is a puppet of Austria now. Jesus, okay.
The liberals are revolting.
The goddamn liberals.
I think they've lost, unfortunately for them.
Let's see. I do like the way Kabul looks, but Persia blobbed into Afghanistan, so I don't think we're getting Afghanistan proper.
Unfortunately, I love the Kafiri revolt because you always get the revolt that just has one tile, and then if you take over the rest of Kafiristan, then they just stay in a teeny itty bitty thing.
You should play Kafiristan. It's a fun playthrough.
Is it fun?
Yeah, no, it's actually great. Because you get that American guy.
Oh yes.
You get that. I don't even know what his name
here.
was anymore, but he becomes king of all of Afghanistan.
Josiah. Why? Why is that? Why does that happen?
There's an open game designer role for CK3. Lady Saffron, are you getting in there? Are you applying?
Actually, I have considered sort of what because I have a lot of like the more PR side skills that Paradox hires for. I have thought about that in the past, and honestly, my biggest hope is that they open up more like either in-house or consultancy type roles for historians. Because I do think, at a certain point, you can no longer just history nerd it. Like, it's cool, it's great. You do need someone who knows how to, like, untangle the historiography of a thing in a way that I think, like, laymen don't care about historiography generally.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think it'd be cool if they opened up more, like, historical consultancy type videos, or, like, job openings. Like, I know, what are they called? The studio that did Kingdom Come Deliverance, they have an in-house historian. Yeah. And it'd probably be a bit different for, I mean, Paradox games, because it's like you need a specialist on the whole damn world, but...
Without doxing that,
cool.
see, I'm like kind of curious. I wonder whether Paradox would actually like hire somebody fully, just because I know at least a couple that are historians that ended up designing. Yeah. For example, I can mention in CK3, Veronica. She does Iberian history and all that stuff, right? And so that's why she was like with Iberian, whatever that DLC was called. I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Iberian Struggle? Oh. What was it called?
M Laser is here. Hi, M Laser History. Man, I would add the most niche things into Paradox games that no one would care about. Exactly. But no, I think there are definitely some historians on the team.
I think it's a boon basically if you have it, but I wonder whether they would ever actually just go for like pure historian. To be fair, like KCD2, right? That project, you get like lost so easily in the sauce, no matter what you do. Just because if you're the 3D designer of an outfit, how the hell will you know? Like, you're just doing a really like separated job compared to CK3, where it's like you're writing events and you're like, I'm gonna reference this historical whatever it might be.
I think in that, just because of that, I think likely they wouldn't have in-house historians. I think if anything, they'd probably have consultant type things.
Right.
Just because, like, how are you going to get an in-house historian who can, historical skills are kind of, you can use them anywhere. But how are you going to get someone who can confidently say, yeah, I could do something 1 week on Prussia and then the next week on South Africa. Yeah. And then the week after that, I'll research, Chile, and then the week after that, I'll do something about the Ming Dynasty. Like, you kind of have to get either a bunch of specialists or someone who is so generalist that they know very little actually about any particular area. And that's, at that point, why are you even hiring a historian? So, but, I think if they have, like they have certain areas that I know they heavily focus on, just because those are areas people like to play. Like, I think in basically every Paradox game, they do a lot of England content because everyone plays in England.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, it would make sense to have like a regular England, contributor, or like, like areas like that. Give us paleontology. That's flavor stuff. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. It's cool, but I don't know if it's necessarily relevant for Victooooooria. I'm sorry. I'd have to try Morganrota though. But no, at least like the stuff I'm thinking of is like, like maybe 2 or 3 DLCs out of the whole game would be like, relevant necessarily to a historian's field.
I'm not actually sure like how much they integrated them. I know for CK3 they had, oh my god, I forgot all their names. They had a bunch of historians for Roads to Power in particular. So like, what was it, 2022, 2023? The DLC on where you can just travel, that kind of stuff. And I don't know that it was just marketing or not, but I like they went deep into that actually. So maybe, I mean, you know, just be on the lookout and be like, hey, I am a historian and you should be paying me. Thank you very much.
Hello, please pay me. I will write up so many things about cool Jewish history. I actually don't even do Jewish history. It's not even, like, that's not my area of expertise. I do German history. The Jewish history is just because I get so annoyed when I'm like, God damn it, this would be perfect right here. You just, come on, guys, please. It's right there. But, yeah. No, I think it'd be cool. And if not Paradox, there are tons of other game studios that try to do, like, historical stuff. I'll find someone.
Actually, listen, I hope the market is, you know, like you mentioned, it's a bit tough.
Ooh, actually, that was my advisor was basically like, I basically never recommend people do PhD programs because they're like an awful investment. They're fun, they're cool, but they will not get you a job.
Yeah.
But you have backup options related to video games, so I feel okay with, you know, saying maybe consider it still. And I think that's just so funny. He's you know, my advisor's just like, listen, you could do video game stuff. That's good enough for me. You know, you could get a PhD. Why not? But yeah, I told him my backup options. He knows my advisor knows about my VTuber stuff, and he was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you could do that instead.
Somebody asks what Jewish history you study, but you are, what is that, modern German history, right? So like after the...
Early modern.
Yeah,
early modern.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just do early modern German history. It intersects with Jewish history in interesting places. Like, you know, with regards to like court Jews and that kind of thing, or like specific Jewish individuals like Baruch da Spinoza.
Yeah.
Kind of important, or like you know, the expulsion type stuff. There's a lot of interesting stuff in Prague. But in general, my interest in Jewish history just comes from the fact that I am Jewish, and I'm like, it'd be such a great opportunity right there. That'd be so cool. Yeah. We should get archaeological imperialism in Vic 3. You could send like Thomas Bruce, take some stuff from the Ottomans that you get a bunch of prestige from that. That actually would be kind of cool. I must admit that kind of thing would be kind of interesting. Ooh. I'm trying to empower my...
I have to say, by the way, and I keep noticing this, and it's only Victoria 3, it's not CK3 at all. When I stream Victoria 3, it is very difficult to ponder about what to do. It turns out that streaming really isn't that easy. I constantly find myself
hard.
like,
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard.
What was I gonna do? Wait a minute. Where am I?
Where am I? I thought I was talking to people. Why am I playing a game? No.
It really is different, yeah, from recording.
I also have the additional difficulty of I feel almost like a mecha pilot or something, because my room is really hot and I can't have my air conditioner or my fans on because it's too loud and it gets picked up on the mic. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta, you know, I get in the pod, and then I get out and I'm like, oh man, you know, I've done war crimes, and you know, that's cool. What is this?
Pilot. Oh my god, this lore, come on, man.
I'll sign a treaty with the Prussians for agrarianism. A small price to pay. Let's see. It's slightly better. Yay.
Oh my god, the power block interface.
Nobody supports the laws I want. It's so tragic. Yeah. No, I enjoy streaming. I think it's a bit, in my opinion, it's easier than making videos, but that's also just because I don't like making videos. I don't like editing. I think it's annoying. Yeah. It's time consuming, and the, you know, sort of time investment it takes to make like, you know, it takes 1 minute to make 1 minute worth of content on a stream, but it takes like way longer to make one edited minute in a video, because you have to like record it, and then you have to re-record it if it doesn't sound good, and you have to write a script, and you have to write this and then edit it all, and just do all those things. Like there's just so many pieces to it that take much more than the minute that you actually get.
Yeah, so I get that,
Oh.
and obviously like there's like then the difference in reach, but I will also just say that I think for editing it's actually because you just the very same way that the more you stream, obviously you grow into commentary and the way you handle chat and all that kind of stuff. But I will say, editing, you can basically like it's hardly on my mind, even like for more complex projects. Whenever I do actually start them editing wise, outside of audio. Audio is the most annoying stuff because I can edit, I can cut, I can put effects on like 2 times or 3 times or 4 times speed in the editor, right? The moment I need to listen to sound,
Audio is like evil.
Oh, I hate it. It's so annoying.
Audio is like a horse. You have to like tame it like a horse girl.
Which brings us to the next stream.
You.
We will be gambling in Horse Game, girls.
Yeah, you gotta play it. You gotta play it.
I don't think
you would enjoy it.
I don't think I will. I don't think that is happening. If they made a,
like,
you know what? Let's actually play Hoi 4, that horse game. You know, the Equestria.
The Equestria, or part of it was actually like, yeah, I put an announcement that I would be playing it, and I lost like 10 subscribers. And I think, you know what?
Well
that's
deserved.
Beautiful. I think that's well deserved.
I think so.
Yeah. No, it was really funny. Let's see. Can I get agrarianism, please? I would love agrarianism. It'd be really cool if I could get not traditionalism. I'm also losing so much money. Jesus Christ. I have no money.
Oh, are you in debt?
A little bit.
So I'm also in debt because I screwed up. Because I should have had dedicated police upgraded to like level 5 by now. But somebody wasn't thinking. So if you are unrecognized, try to not be in debt. If you are recognized, try to be in debt.
Yeah. No, that's the problem I'm dealing with right now, is just there's no money.
Are they building in you? You got some foreign investors now, right?
I do. I don't think I have any people building in me, though, unfortunately. Let's see. Construction queue. Foreign queues. Nope. Nope. I wish I could get, like, France or something to invest in me, but they don't like me.
Oh, let me get this one real quick. So somebody's asking, why should you be in debt? So this, I can actually really easily explain this, and this is true in real life as well. So this is like a fundamental decision that big businesses in particular do all the time, but also smaller businesses. Imagine you have 10 bucks and you want to open a restaurant, right? With those 10 bucks, you can maybe purchase like a couple of things that you can resell, that's it. If you went to a bank and they said, you owe us, I don't know, nobody's giving you this money this cheap anymore, but they're saying like, oh, give us 1.5% interest, and then you can have more money, immediately rent a restaurant, you get a kitchen, you get staff, and you can immediately start making a lot more money. The value that you're actually producing in that second example, where you have a much bigger starting operation rather than it's just you with 10 bucks, is much, much bigger. In Victoria 3, if you're a country that is recognized, you get a better interest rate. And that good interest rate makes it so that you building something with the money that you now owe interest on will make you more money, because you just built a bigger economy than if you had only ever used your own money, by which I mean not gone into debt. You will never be better at Victoria 3 building if you don't do debt building. You probably want to play it cool, right? If you're a new player, that kind of stuff. But fundamentally, the idea is if somebody else is giving you money, you can build more buildings at once, and with that, you can then go on and have a bigger money pool of your own in the future. That's basically the idea. You always want to go into that direction. Oh my God, this law is not passing.
There's also the political ramifications of it. Oh, France is now a republic. That's cool.
Nice.
Good for you, France.
Yeah, I agree.
Now they're led by a different guy. But there's also the political ramifications of it, like the fact that you like your money comes from like the debt itself comes from your buildings, like from the cash reserves. So you're making the most use out of your buildings by doing that, and also interest, like it gets paid back to your capitalists, who then can invest it. So it's not like that's actually I really like that sort of debt system. I think. I so hope that EU5 has good debt systems, because debt is such an important thing in that like era, like so important. The ability of a government to take on debt instead of funding things directly is like such a massive, important part of like running a big economy, running a big military.
Yeah, I mean, especially in the EU period as well, right? With indebtment of the crown and so on. There's like a lot that should be considered. Do you think it's worth it to stay away from laissez-faire until you get proportional taxation? Ability to give company monopolies feels really powerful. I personally love interventionism. Laissez-faire is still better. Until we get economic shocks, right, where having a deregulated sector that you can't really help out immediately because you're legally limited from giving certain subsidies and such to your private buildings, that will, until then, laissez-faire will always be better. But I'm sorry, if you are playing this version of the game, not with interventionism, you are insane, because it's so much more fun. You can go out and do so many things where you're doing national... Most people... So, okay, tell me whether you knew this.
It is quite fun.
Tell me whether you knew this, right? If you go... Now I actually need to... I need to... I can't remember where it is. Where can I? Oh my god. There it is. Have you ever done a country monopoly?
Like in another country?
In your own country.
Yeah.
So instead of not your company having the monopoly, but your country.
Oh, no, I've not done that.
Do you know where the button for it is? Serious question.
I think it's in buildings under the privatization thing, right?
What I want to do. Okay, yeah, so it is actually there. I swear to God, most people do not know that this button exists, because we all do company monopolies, right? Nobody's like, let me own this. I'm telling you though, if you can't do company or country monopolies, you're missing out on the game. It's fun. You oughta, like, you gotta do that stuff. Play around with that a little bit. You can do so much more. You can favor certain industries that otherwise you wouldn't favor, but because they pay you directly, you're like, yeah, make them cheap. Listen, laissez-faire will always be stronger until we get economic crashes, but it's just not more fun, okay? Because now you're not doing nothing. You wanna be doing something.
The hell? Hold on. What? Who is King Edward of Saxe-Gotha? What the hell?
Oh, did she? Oh yeah, there he is. Wow.
She died.
Damn.
No.
What? So like 19 years? That's it?
Jesus, that was a short
Pretty
reign.
weak. Pretty weak.
Man.
Oh, okay, I need better
have
taxation. Yeah,
now.
I'm dying.
Hell yeah. Finally.
Yeah.
I'm no longer on traditionalism, at least. Oh,
Shouldn't
joy.
be.
I'm actually now increasing in money. Yay.
Right. Yeah, no, I didn't prioritize anything in this playthrough.
Yeah.
I'm noticing this now, huh? Yeah. The real problem with interventionism is the government dividends efficiency being kept so low. I think they should revisit government dividends efficiency and the where is it? There it is. Reinvestment, the investment multiplier. They should revisit this, because I believe that this is balanced before the value changes to population growth. They are both not really in touch with the game anymore, I feel.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, I can finally get per capita. Oh wait, no, per capita taxation would be lower. Why would I make less money from that?
The problem with... Oh, I will say, by the way, I do think company monopolies are... A, they are too good, but B, it's also like... I mean, like, the whole point of a monopoly is that they stop producing as much as they could, because they can raise the price. Like that's the entire theory of monopoly, right? That you're looking at this and you're saying, hey, I could fill all of these buildings, or I'm going to artificially lower the supply and then just press you for prices. Because that brings down my costs as well. The fact that they don't do that at all, which would be ultimately a loss of active production, is just, you know, come on.
I mean, it would suck as the player, but it'd be kind of realistic.
I think, so basically, I think it would make monopolies into a really interesting construct, because, so historically speaking, all of the German, I can't speak for other European countries, but all of the German minor countries worked extremely heavily with state and company monopolies that they handed out, because they needed to build something, right? It's the same theory as Korea after World War II, after their coup. They call it developmentalism, I think, where they essentially go, when you have nothing, you need to be ultra state configured, high protectionism, you need to build everything up, and that's how you get the modern
Singapore model.
Yeah, that's how you get the modern chaebols, right? Where you have like 5 companies, and those are the entire economy of Korea. That's the same thing that Germany did at the time as well, except later on they opened up the market and company monopolies weren't that good anymore. If company monopolies functioned like this, they're really good to start out, and then you gotta claw it back from them. I think it would be cool. I think it would be a cool mechanic.
I think it would be pretty cool, yeah.
Oh, awesome. I have to develop a can opener for $1 million. Thank you.
$1 million can opener.
The army wants it, the army gets it.
I'm making money again. Yay!
I am not. No.
Oh, my law debate failed on police. Man. Okay, I guess we're not doing that. Let's do something else. I'm having awful luck with the laws.
Yeah, same. It really is just.
Can I become a theocracy? Would that be cool? You guys okay with that?
It's 3 EU4 sieges in a trench coat.
Literally. I guess I could change my schools. Oh, but I don't want religious schools. I wish I could get a better voting law. That'd be nice.
You have voting?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I wish I could have that. It'd be cool if I could.
That would be pretty good.
But no, currently I don't. Wealth voting would be nice. Unfortunately, nobody wants it. Yeah, I don't even know what I can change right now. I don't want religious schools. I don't think that would be a good idea because I don't want to empower my clergy who are already really powerful. I guess I could swap to per capita taxation. Everyone's kind of cool with that. Yeah, sure. We'll change to that. Per capita taxation. You know how to support movements? Yeah, I'm supporting the modernization movement because they want things that I want.
Yeah, she has that. I'm jealous about that movement. How could I not be?
I could, I guess. Let's see. Homesteading, please. I would like homesteading. Eventually.
But yeah,
I'm playing right now.
like Victooooooria 3, I'm really looking forward to any content. Man, there's so much they can do. Even Japan,
Actually,
Korea, Great Qing, that would be amazing content.
I think it'd be really interesting also if I'm super interested in the stuff with colonies and monopolies and how that might interact.
Yeah.
Because one of the major benefits of having colonies is you can, you know, do the things that caused the American Revolution. You could be like, hey, you're only gonna buy your tea from me.
Yeah.
And like you can kind of do that now, but you have to give them their own market and do this and that. And it's like, why can't I just like control them because they're my colony?
It is actual governance policy, right? So yeah, that would make sense.
No, it would. It'd be really cool too.
Oh, you know what I learned recently only? Do not give companies colonies because you will not be able to annex them again or do anything about it. You can't dissolve that company and you can't annex that country that the company spawns. That was really great in multiplayer. I enjoyed that a lot. When I sat there and I was like, I would like to No, I can't. Okay. Shouldn't have done that.
That's funny. Rip, I guess. Let me do this. Embargo the chain. Ooh. Sure. Support the modernization movement. I love modernizing. Yay!
I feel like it should be slightly easier for colonies to rebel. Honestly, I mean, I kind of disagree because at least in Africa in particular, I think there are other regions where that isn't the case. But Africa really, there was no local government. There was no local population in most locations. Like the German colonies, there basically were almost no Germans. I know, yes, there were some, but it's, you know, when we're talking about West Africa.
It's like 10.
Yeah, it's literally nothing. It's just the administrative stuff. And obviously we can't have a body politic the same way that you have in Germany when most of the population in Africa doesn't have any rights, right? So it's interesting, but it's also kind of I feel like we ought to distinguish. If Spain were to retake Venezuela, New Granada, Ecuador, that kind of stuff, there definitely should be something there, right? But if we're talking about pure administrative organizations rather than proper colonies, the way that, for example, the US were colonies of Britain, then I feel like there should be something there. Local uprisings should be more interesting than what they are, which is literally nothing. But you know,
I keep seeing colonies doing uprisings actually, where they against their overlords.
Yeah,
they always lose.
It's
also always it's never actually the colonized people. It's always hold on a moment. Now I may have all the rights and all the wealth and all the power and also everything I could ever.
And I only exist because you pay for my existence because you know, I'm a colonial overlord.
But you see, I'm not so sure about this because you've decided that you want to make some money off of this place.
What the hell?
So as a very loyal, as a loyal Kenyan, I believe that, we should have rights. We should have freedom. And it's like, what are you talking about? There should be native revolts, not like the white Europeans being like, no, I'm unhappy about this. Like, it's a little ridiculous. I think, what was it? There was, I think there are some pretty cool opportunities there, especially with the new systems, though. I'm very excited to sort of see how that progresses, because I think, this is what, the highest rated DLC of all time from Paradox?
Yes, it is.
I think this is the game changer. This opens the door to so many new things.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the one good thing about Victooooooria 3. What they're doing slaps. It's really nice. It's just, there's still some systems to rework. Let's phrase it that way. But it's like what they're doing clearly, like it's, yes, keep doing that.
It's the right direction. Yeah. I'm so happy.
Yeah. It's really nice to see.
Yeah. In my current game, the Australian colonies have launched like 6 different independence plays against Britain. Yeah, that happens. I was playing, I think it was the US, and I saw that Britain got into a war against all of their colonies, and that was really weird. They won, the British won, but it was like, what the fuck?
It's actually, it's legitimately so funny to think about, because the direction was exactly the opposite. The little Englanders kept going, I don't want to pay for Australia. Screw you. Pay for your own navy. I don't want to put my navy over there. South Africa, Canada, get your own navy. And here it's like, we need our own navy. Leave us alone, Britain.
I also love how if you're in like a diplomatic play against Britain and you promise the British Raj independence, like no war necessary. You just say, hey, do you want independence? They say, okay, and then they explode.
Goodbye.
It's like, I
must leave. Oh my god, the Dutch East Indies are gonna... Why are you joining? Are you supporting the independence? No, you're not. But I really want to kill them, though. They have a big economy. Wait, do the Dutch East Indies have a navy? Yes. Yeah, I think I can... Surely. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Let's end the stream on me losing my war against my vassal. Let's take a gander. Let's figure this out.
Could I join in?
Do you have an interest down here?
I do.
Oh yeah, you do! Okay. I'm not sure that you're gonna be that helpful.
I will support you. I will help you with my 100 troops.
The problem is, if I call you in, they're gonna be like, oh, yeah, okay. Dutch East Indies are gonna go for Brunei. They wanna steal my Brunei. Don't do it.
I mean, they're gonna go in anyway. Might as well.
Yeah, that is very true. What do you want? Do you want any war? You know what? If I give you war goals, sway with transfer states. If we can't enforce the war goal, we're screwed. You know, like then we can't finish the war.
I don't think I think if anything, yeah, I'll just join for free. I think.
I'll give you an obligation. Yeah.
Yeah, give me an obligation.
There you go.
Ooh, I think I will. That looks good.
Oh, that was not that's not gonna be a good
troops. I have 100 troops. I will send them to the Brunei front.
Gonna be a bad war.
Oh, it's gonna be awful.
We do need them. Let's hope. Let's pray. Jesus, 100,000 Japanese troops on their way, ready to die for Brunei.
We will be here. I will be here no matter what.
We salute the brave Japanese.
I know that.
You know, let me actually double check this. Did they fix this? Oh, no, I don't think they fixed it. Let's see. The last couple of patches, supply routes were completely broken. Let's see whether you need a supply route here. If not, that's good for us. If yes, then, well...
I do need a supply route, it says.
But
I'm not actually there.
Oh, yeah, it is! No, it is working. That's incredible. You only have 39% active supply.
That's fine. I'll be okay.
It's gonna be okay. Surely
I'll be okay, yeah.
How could it not be? I mean, Jesus. How difficult can it be? Let's see. Wait a minute. They got all these tiny armies here. Can't they just... Where do you slot in? I think they slot in over here. Can't blockade Cambodia. If they fix that, man, naval supremacy will actually matter now. That would be great. Enforce trade privileges.
Boats update when? Boats update when, Doodles?
Next year. I'll see you all next year.
Yep. No, that'll be fun though. I'm excited. I'm very excited for what the future holds for this game.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of
absolutely big time.
Kind of pretty good.
I hear, and this is just a rumor, okay? I hear even the biggest haters currently are like, I might want to play this. Who knows what's going on? You know?
Oh, the biggest haters, you say? I wonder who.
I wonder who that might be.
We shall see. We shall see.
Oh Jesus! Can I? This is happening, right? So. Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm screwing over the supply lines. That's nice.
Yeah. Uh-oh. They've sent the boats.
Have they sent the boats? We just need to hold down there. I can... Surely... Mobilize all of Vietnam. Cambodia must fall. Yeah, okay. I'm sinking Cambodia because I took away the supply of all the friendly Dutch East Indie troops there.
That's nice.
Oh, the Dutch East Indie fleet showed up. Did they win that or did they... Oh, they won that. No. You can't do this to me. Maximum blockade strength. Oh, they reworked that symbol, didn't they? Huh.
Oh, I fear that unfortunately the samurai are not much of a match against General
You should just
Hugo
defend.
Schimmelpfennig van der Oy.
His name is Schimmelpfennig? Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's
Hugo
his name?
Schimmelpfennig van der Oy.
Wow. I don't know
Yeah,
why they
just
name
gonna
him Moldy,
defend.
but okay. He doesn't
My
complain
boy
about
Mold.
it. Apparently, yes.
My boy Mr. Mold.
Watch out for the black Dutch mold. It's coming. They're gonna... Not gonna be a healthy experience.
Oh, and then the other one is Joost van Assendelft.
Dude, I hate Dutch.
Dutch is not a real language. Dutch is like if somebody made a joke about Germans.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's definitely special. I think that is... You can assert that. So I'm pretty sure I can cut off the Dutch East Indies here as well. Let me see this.
Yeah.
Oh no, these are just
I actually
connections.
I have some pretty controversial historiographical opinions about the Dutch.
So I think okay, wait, let me double check this real quick. I think, oh yeah, supply and all that stuff is actually working now. Okay, please continue. I'm so glad. I'm happy.
Yay. Yeah, my controversial opinion is, so a lot of historiography about the history of the Dutch, it sort of treats the Dutch as their own thing and not like really related to like Central Europe and Germany and stuff.
Yeah.
But the reason it does that is because they were able to successfully gain independence from the Holy Roman Empire and the Spanish Empire.
Right.
And like make their own colonial empire, which is really funny because it's like, yeah, of course, you know, the part of basically the German-speaking world that did that is going to be like it's a self-fulfilling, you know, circular logic. It's like, well, they're different because they did these things that the rest of Germany didn't do because they're not a part of Germany. And it's like, oh, it's circular.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I think a lot of that, it's like, actually, if you really look at it, why is the port of Antwerp so important? Is it because of all of the silver and stuff they're making in the Netherlands? Nope. Tyrol, Slovakia, you know, the rest of the like Central European thing.
I wonder where the River Rhine comes from, you know? It's like, I don't know.
It starts in the Netherlands. It goes from Eindhoven to Den Haag.
Wait, okay, you know what? Also, I'm actually very confused. I don't even understand. Why did I thought the Dutch East Indies would come in here demanding Brunei, but they just came in. Like, they don't have a war goal against me.
They're just bros here.
Yeah,
bros here, and he wants violence.
They really just are like, I don't know. I'm gonna swing by.
They would accept it now.
Oh yeah, let me put that in.
I accept.
The myth of a consensual peace agreement. Yeah, Cambodia, I accept. Vietnam, I accept. Japan, I do not accept.
Isn't there someone you forgot to ask?
All right, so I'm gonna call it here. Are you gonna continue streaming?
Yeah.
Or are you?
No, I think I'm gonna finish up as well. I'm kind of hungry, if anything.
Wow.
Oh, I noticed.
How'd you get there?
Craft paper. There's new. I just saw there's new prestige goods. That's so cool.
Oh yeah, that is cool. That is really awesome.
Hell yeah. They've got... Oh, that's washi paper. Fine grain. guys, fine grain. That grain, it's fine. It's pretty fine.
It's just okay.
But yeah, no, this was very fun. I love the new Victory stuff. I've been enjoying it quite a lot. I've been having a great time with it.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to continue it more and then streaming it more and playing it more because it's kind of peak. I'll have to check out more mods. If you have any recommendations, do send them my way because I'm always.
I'm gonna send you a couple. Folks, thank you for joining in as well. It was a fun stream.
Yeah.
And we're gonna call it here. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go raid someone.
Oh yeah. Who? Give me a link as well. Okay. I also need to understand. I keep forgetting where I set that.
It's an edit settings
redirect.
customization redirect.
Okay.
Let's see. Not a lot of options.
Wow.
But oh, here. There's this girl. She's playing Uma Musume right now.
Let's go watch some horses, folks. Let's bet big.
She was playing she was playing Hearts of Iron yesterday, so I'll give her that. Here, I'll send you. Her name is Mozumi Peachy. We'll go raid her.
I cannot find her. I need a link.
Here, I'll send you a link.
I desperately need a link. There she is. Is there currently like a stream that I can directly link to? Oh yeah, okay, gotcha. Found it.
She's live.
Folks, I need you to gamble. Bet on the horses. You will win.
Bet on horses.
You will double your money. Get it twisted. Oh,
double your money. Get it twisted.
Get it twisted. If you don't do it, what are you even doing? Folks, have a good evening. And go enjoy some horses.
Yeah, go enjoy your horses. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye-bye.